was coming. That'll save everything.
Plusner.
And that's the line I chose to go live with.
Yay!
You heroes.
Sorry. No, that's the A-team.
Yes.
I don't think we're the A. We're very much not the A-team.
We're the B team.
We're not even the B-team, to be honest.
That was my old football team's name.
I would argue you were probably somewhere down towards Z.
We're Zeta Shift. There we go. Sorted. Job done.
Yeah.
We're the X-Men.
That's the new Federation salute. Is the
Yeah.
Followed by double
Hi,
confusion
everyone.
as you're like, wait, which way does it go for the viewer?
Yeah.
Wait, am I seeing this the right way round?
Yeah, because Roll20 does that thing where it flips.
Oh, it
you
only.
back.
Yeah.
So it's only flipped for you. So you see yourself mirrored, and everybody else is the right way around. So
Yeah, that confused
That-
when I looked at
that
our
you never
illustrious
saw it.
captain's screen and then looked at my screen and it's like, what?
Yeah.
That's weird. All right.
So greetings, denizens of Twitch. Hey,
Oh,
Captain
there he
made
is.
it on time.
Just
Hey.
on time. Hey, Jack.
Hi.
Hello.
Aw, the counselor shaved their head.
Yeah.
Oh.
No wig this time.
No way.
It's a bit too much to ferry it to Israel and back.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
That's no worries, Velk.
we
Alright.
are short our captain and our doctor this week. However, Starfleet has very happily assigned a new captain for this episode.
Hey.
I would like you to meet Mackenzie.
Hi!
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
And
Hello.
they will be playing Captain Toshiko Satomi.
That's. I feel like Bloodwind might know this person.
Yes.
What makes you say that?
Nonsense! No!
I feel like she might have a history with Vernon as well.
Brief recent history.
Yeah, very, very brief, very recent.
Yes. So, unfortunately,
I just got to that line.
yeah. Yes, so Starfleet is sadly aware now of the status of poor old Captain Ambrose, who didn't survive his first mission in charge. And they've assigned you a new captain, Captain Ryan Nienko. However, his transport to Starbase 10 has been delayed. You are currently the only active ship at Starbase 10, given that the Musashi is still undergoing repairs following the sticky situation.
Yes, thank you ever so much for that one.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking
So-
about. As...
Starfleet has been examining the freighter that you captured last time, and sadly it seems that during the process of capturing the freighter there was some sort of power surge, and it wiped most of the memory banks of the ship. So we don't
Hashtag
have
power surge.
yeah, we don't have any detailed navigational logs, but the data that they were able to recover shows that at least twice this freighter has visited the Vord-Valan system.
Mm-hmm.
Starfleet knows that although
Hang on.
the
The Ford
Yes.
villain system.
Yes.
took you a moment.
You.
Planet got
Hey,
one.
if you were looking at my face, I almost head desk.
Yeah, you definitely had it. I knew there was something going on, but I didn't catch it.
Listen, every.
I suspected something, but
Manly men.
Wrestling's. It's a.
Marquis of Queensberry
It's
rules.
always
Yeah,
Not always.
not always.
A captain for this episode is not a wrestling reference, as far as I know.
It also makes a lot more sense when you realise that Mackenzie and Electric Fox are married. So,
Well, yeah, there is that.
fair enough.
but yes. So, Starfleet has surveyed the system in the past. It contains 4 planets, 2 inhospitable gas giants, and 2 very tiny molten rocky planets. But it does have a mineral-rich asteroid belt, and there is an old abandoned facility in the system built into one of the asteroids, and that will potentially be worth investigating, because Starfleet is very, very interested to find out who is supplying the Romulans with these weapons, and who, on the Romulan side, is supplying the black market goods in return. Because they need to know who wants these weapons. And normally they would have sent a ship like the Musashi out, but there's no ships available. So they're sending you. However, following Commander Jenkins' official reprimand for endangering an Allied ship, they've decided it's best not to leave Commander Jenkins in command.
What?
And so,
Yes, he gets the blame.
I acted in the finest traditions of Starfleet.
yes,
Running away.
Yes, the finest, not the best. The ones that have been around the longest.
yeah. And when you lodged that argument, they showed you Captain James T. Kirk's record and the number of reprimands on that.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh no!
And said, stop following the finest traditions and start following the rules. So, owing to that, they felt that although Captain Yenko is in transit, they want some surveillance on the Vaudevillain system as soon as possible. And so, they have temporarily reassigned Captain Satomi from the Musashi to take command for this mission.
I must have done something very bad for this.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
Wow. Oh yeah, you're in trouble. Don't worry about
Now,
It's that or the price of competence is to get handed this.
yeah, since returning from your mission, Starbase 10 has insisted that the Franklin be parked outside Starbase 10, preferably outside of transporter range. So, one of your shuttles has been dispatched to collect Captain Satomi, and she will be on board in a couple of minutes. In other news,
Joy!
in the week that you have been back at Starbase 10, your new bar and mess hall have been installed.
Hey.
Otherwise known as the councillor's quarters.
The naming of the bar and mess hall is completely up to you guys.
Ooh.
Toast rack.
But yes, so that's where we stand. That was your upgrade choice
Alright.
from last episode, was bar and mess hall. So that's been added to the ship. That's not on the sheep sheet because it's not something that will necessarily affect the sheep stats.
Okay. All right then.
But yes. So, Captain Satomi, welcome aboard.
Hello!
Right, well, presume that. Okay. Sorry, just for the benefit of the viewers, I have to be careful when I speak if Mackenzie has their mic open, because then you get echo. Because we're literally sitting about 2 meters away from each other, as you could probably see.
There we go. Yeah.
Anyway, so I suppose I will be bringing the illustrious captain aboard via shuttle, probably Terra, which I think will bring absolute joy to her face when she sees the name of our shuttle.
Yeah.
What did we call that shuttle?
Your
Terra
shuttles
Erebus.
are Terra, Erebus, and Lady Jane.
Oh, right.
Which, for those of you who may not know, Terra and Erebus were Franklin's 2 ships for his ill-fated expedition to the Northwest Passage.
And they just found the Terror in the Northwest Passage in the conveniently named Terror Bay.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Funny
I
that.
don't know why they didn't look there before, really.
The natives told them to, but they all just went, eh.
Oh.
Because
right.
who listens to
Sounds about
translations?
right, yeah.
Yes.
And Lady Jane was Franklin's wife. So
Right, okay.
that's
So-
the naming scheme for your shuttles.
Okay.
Assuming they survive multiple episodes, then. If not,
So
we'll
let me
still
get
adopt-
this straight. Let me get this straight. I'm arriving in Terra.
Yes.
I mean, on.
Yeah.
Of.
Aboard.
Pausing.
Upon.
Right.
I'm
That
kind
pretty
of.
sums up the entire trip, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll request permission to dock at the Franklin and hope that the doors open this time.
Space doors.
Jenkins will override his instinct to deny access.
Where is your
And will
clearance?
instead continue standing in the shuttle bay looking nervous.
The
And
doors,
I'll arm a photon torpedo just in case the doors don't open this time.
the doors open. There's a brief moment of terror when the force field doesn't quite engage in time, and then it blinks into existence before anything major gets sucked out into space.
There's a few crates have just like shifted a little bit, and then
Yeah.
Better than that.
That's not done much for Jenkins' mood, I don't think.
Or his hair.
Okay, so then we'll land and open the door.
Yep.
You see a pile of crates, and then a hand comes up from behind and goes, "Captain on deck!" And then he collapses.
Yep.
all right.
I just stand there and like, oh, not again. We've lost another one.
I'll just be there like, why is there a crewman on the floor?
Commander Jenkins reporting for duty, Captain. He faints.
Well, that's a good start.
Yep.
I sigh and call for a medical team.
Might be a bit of a problem this week.
I'm
Well,
sure we
you-
have
You
interns.
have an NPC medical staff.
Okay, yeah.
I am also.
I don't think he needs a drink. Well, maybe he does.
Get away
need a
from me!
drink.
Don't you let her near me.
I'm just putting it out there. I'm a trained physician.
I'm sure everybody believes that.
Sorry, I had a
Yeah.
metaphysical dichotomy there.
Careful.
So yes,
Can't get pills for
as
That
people
the
are
alternate
mentioning in the
universe?
chat, the hangar bays of the Miranda class are huge cavernous things. They were designed for hauling a lot of cargo. So yeah. Yes.
All right.
So you are aboard. Your first experience of the crew is
Welcome.
An experience.
A couple of medics rush in. One of them just kicks Jenkins slightly with their foot, rolls him over onto his back, slaps him in the face, and Jenkins...
Only the best medical staff then.
Let's just say
Well, for
that
Jenkins.
these two technicians are used to dealing with Jenkins at this point, even though it's only been a couple of weeks.
I was nearly sucked into space. I'll get off. Get off.
Oh, good, he's awake.
I'm gonna have someone's head for this. Commander Lloyd, come in. Excuse me, Captain.
Yeah. Hello. Yes.
It happened again.
Oh,
Commander.
I thought we'd fixed that. Don't worry. I'll get on it. Don't worry.
We might have lost someone incredibly important to our future mission and success,
Oh
Or
God.
Jenkins.
and also the captain.
And the Romulan, I mean the crate.
Yeah, and them. Yes,
I'll send someone down to look at it immediately.
yes. Thank you.
I'm a little
Jenkins.
indisposed at the moment.
We'll just get someone on it. Sorry,
Yeah.
Captain. What are your orders?
Sorry, yeah, have to give me a minute. I'm new to this kind of stuff.
No worries. Yes, that they were only off for a fraction of a second, but Jenkins is overacting to the extreme.
Yes. No, it's
Jenkins is a
chat we're
sensitive
discussing
soul.
the physics of how much air would be sucked out at that point. The idea is this is just a momentary blink off and on again. So, nothing that would
Move like-
actually
You'd have a light little
endanger
ruffle of the
Jenkins,
hair.
But yeah.
Sorry, Captain. I suspect you. Would you like me to conduct you to the bridge, Captain? Because I definitely remember the way this time. I mean, you bridge, yes.
Yes, please. If yes.
Excellent. He does a stupid, complicated salute that ends up like this. And then he will lead the way to the turbo lifts, and then he will turn around and go the other way to the actual working turbo lifts.
Yes.
Lord Wyn Jones goes via Jeffrey's tube.
Yes, dismissed, Lieutenant. We'll see you on the bridge. It's just
Yeah.
this way, Captain.
The turbo lift he takes you to, the doors judder open a little bit.
He kicks one.
Yeah. The
I just sigh by this point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So far this is
It's a good start, isn't it? Yeah.
I understand completely, Captain. Everyone has that same reaction
Yeah.
when they're not screaming and trying to run away.
Yeah.
Would you like button. Bridge.
Yep. And the turbo lift takes you to the bridge.
Oh, thank God.
Wait for
It
it.
does stop rather suddenly at the bridge, and the one door opens, and then the next one opens.
Might I put something in here, Keith, if that's okay?
Yep.
When the doors open, and when the turbo lift stops abruptly, you hear a thudding noise in the ceiling, and a panel flies open, and Commander Lloyd falls down onto Commander Jenkins and Captain Satomi.
Ah!
Oh, sorry.
I'm assuming
sorry.
that Commander Satomi is able to step back enough that she doesn't
Yes.
get hit.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I step back and I just watch the scene in disbelief, and then I have a feeling I'm going to be sighing a lot.
Like,
I think
sorry,
Petra will like you.
Let me introduce you to my no button.
Sorry, Commander. That's why I was indisposed, trying to fix the turbo lift. Like
You will be sorry, man.
His hair is down in front of his face. It's like, how was that? All right. So,
Were you outside the... You know what? I don't care. Get off me. Just Get off.
Sorry.
No, ow, ooh, ow. Okay, later. Later, perhaps.
Okay. You must be our new captain. Hello.
Captain
Hello, I think.
Satomi, allow me to introduce Lieutenant Commander Lloyd. He's our chief engineer, apparently.
I see.
Yes. Commander Lloyd's reputation is well known around Starbase 10 at this point.
You may have been aware of that rather embarrassing incident involving the Musashi.
I just remembered I have to fix something in engineer. I'll just There's
I'm just imagining people like diving into Jeffrey's tubes off the bridge.
Well, this is awkward.
Where have the crew disappeared to? You know.
Sorry, let's step onto the bridge. Get out of here, Commander Lloyd. We'll see you later.
just gets out screwdriver and starts going at the console in the.
Allow me to
turbo lift.
present Captain on deck, the crew. This is everyone on the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the bridge as well. 'Cause
I'm on the bridge.
Got there faster than the turbo lift.
Counselor's probably in the bar.
You're aware of Lieutenant Bloodwind Jones. This is Science Officer Lieutenant Commander Alex Powell, and our Ops Officer Lieutenant Commander Petra Reginald.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you.
Good to see you got here safe.
Jenkins checks the ceiling. No. Okay, we're good.
Didn't you have some of this stuff repaired, or you were supposed to? Shouldn't you? I think you should have had all this repaired by now.
Well, let's just say it is repaired from the state it was in previously.
Oh yes, it's much better now.
I think the
Yes.
chief engineer calls it improvements.
Jenkins moves to hide the up, down, left, and right arrows that are on the helm. He just stands in front of them.
Well, the big issue is more that there are vast sections of the ship that we cannot enter without turning into various sorts of goo, among other things.
Oh,
So yeah,
right.
let's just say repairs are a challenge at this point in time due to environmental hazards.
Yes.
Right.
If you've seen
I like some toast.
Yeah, can we offer you some toast, Captain?
No, sorry, I've gone off toast a bit.
That's okay. The toast has gone off as well.
That could be a problem.
And if it hasn't gone off, it's actually kind of worrisome.
Yeah. Well, we keep
So-
making more.
Scientifically speaking, we've now invented, we are pretty sure, every way of cooking and or eating bread. But, there's probably a few more ways out there we haven't figured out yet.
Yeah, I have an algorithm running on the main computer that works up new ones.
Is that why I keep loading my core... hang on, what's... LCARs, that's the thing. I was about to say Cortex. Is that why my LCARs access is so slow today?
To seek out new life and new
No.
recipes for bread pudding.
I think you need to update your drivers, Jenkins.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
No, I've not tried that. I will give that a go, thank you.
You tried engaging the FTB.
I'm sure you brought orders, Captain. What's our mission? Did someone write this down? I can take notes.
I know it, but I'm not there.
I know where. Well,
Yeah,
just-
they're
I
in
know
the
who's we're going.
forum for this.
Right. Okay.
Let me just grab my exact wording.
Yes, I don't actually know how to get back to the forum. I have never used this before.
Potential mining station, vaudevillain system,
Yep.
smugglers,
Mm-hmm.
Scoundrels.
Well, actually, have we been
high
briefed?
fiber breakfast.
There are your mission orders.
Do we know these mission orders?
Well, these are the mission orders given to Captain Satomi. Whether she chooses to relay
Right.
this to you or not is up to her.
Okay, sure.
Right.
But I did leave them open for everybody to see in the forums. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I just meant in character. I wasn't aware if we'd received them.
Vord apostrophe V apostrophe Lan.
yeah,
Is my microphone working at the moment?
yes.
At the moment.
Oh, it disappeared and I couldn't see if it was on or off.
Ah.
Right. So the orders. We are to. Hang on, let me just read this.
Ceremoniously opening the envelope of orders.
Yeah. No. We've got to do this properly. It's got to be a scroll.
Even better, is it a hologram scroll?
Yes. Yeah, hologram scroll. Right. We have to go and investigate the Vord-Valan system.
Excellent. Lieutenant, set a course for the Vord-Valan system.
Aye, sir, ma'am, sir.
This thing keeps freezing up on me.
You're still coming through fine on our end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, good.
You're not muted.
Oh, good. Right. That's all right then. Right.
Yep. None of you has given the critical word that made you set off.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the captain.
The
Yeah.
engage.
Oh, right.
She
Sorry. It's
Punch
been.
it, Joey!
I'm just imagining Blood. Just imagining Bloodwind sitting there quietly to herself, just going, engage, and pushing the button.
Yeah.
Just, I am that struck with everything. Just send it. Just go.
Just make it go.
Just
Understand,
make this
Captain.
over with,
Lieutenant,
please.
make it go!
Make it go.
This is my original creation, Captain Picard. Do not steal.
Captain Picard.
Except instead of this, it's just kind of a general flailing of arms.
Go.
Go.
Do it.
Oh.
Yep.
We want
You
you
have to
to
restart.
engage this ship.
So, transit time to the Vord-Valan system is 3.5 hours at warp 5. Which,
Yeah, I don't
as
recommend.
I'm sure
I don't
you-
recommend higher than warp 5.
Well, warp 5 is the official standard Federation cruising speed.
Okay.
You're only allowed to exceed
Cruising
it in
speed sounds
emergencies.
so much cooler.
Basically, the Federation has a speed limit.
No. Okay.
So yes, you have 3.5 hours to entertain yourself. Captain Satomi, I'm sure Commander Jenkins will show you to the ready room.
Which
Don't.
we had to deprogram the computer from referring to the doctor's quarters as that.
Yes, Captain, I will be happy to show you to your ready room. This way.
Well, I mean, Jenkins knows what happened at the desk in the ready room, so I don't know if he really wants to sit there or not.
No,
Did he
he
take down
definitely
his swimming certificates?
He moved in before the body was cold. The body was still on the desk, and he was behind there going, yes.
Also, his
Put
stuff
feet
is still
up.
under, I'm almost certain.
Just feet
Well,
propped
he's
up on the corpse.
Didn't bother him whatsoever.
His stuff is all over that place. He's got like a spare uniform in there, and like there's underwear somewhere in there. I don't know what. I think it's on the ceiling fan.
I love the idea that he's had a ceiling fan installed just to put the
Yes.
underwear on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It
This
was
way,
part
Captain.
of. It was part of a coolant system that I don't think we need anymore. I hope it's not.
I told you to make it work. Damn it.
Nobody told him it goes to turbine speed, huh?
How do you think the underwear got up there?
Mistakes were made.
Yes, if you'll just step this way into this open door. Excuse me. Here you go, Captain.
Thank you. I think. If I see the ceiling fan, I'm not sure I want to
Spinning
know.
lazily.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Captain.
It's like that when we got here.
The underwear has Jenkins in the back label.
Shut up, Commander Reginald. That's an order.
Please remove it.
Of course, Captain. Commander Powell, will you please take down that underwear?
Yes, Jenkins.
Sorry,
I pull a ladder out from under my desk.
Step ladder.
Yeah, and go in there, and also, as I'm walking by, hand a crowbar to the new captain for the door.
Does it?
The keys, sir.
Here's the wrangling stick. Here.
I take the crowbar.
I hope the ladder and the crowbar have blinking lights along the side.
Yes.
Because it's Star Trek.
Yeah.
And I then go up, start grabbing the various things in the ceiling and along the upper edges of this area and throwing them at Jenkins.
These aren't mine. What are you talking? Quiet, Commander. These are definitely not. I'll take. You know what? I will take responsibility. I will put these away.
Indeed, you will.
I'll be in my quarters. He leaves the bridge.
Thank you so much. We've been trying to get him to clean up his room for ages.
You just hear back. It's not my room.
Not anymore. It isn't.
I gotta admit, that's the first time I've ever been into a ready room with other people's things in it.
Yep. He was very insistent that nothing get removed from there.
There's a red light on the desk that's just flashing in there because it's bathing the room in red light because it's a ready room.
Yeah, the doctor gave you that.
It's the ready light.
And yeah, although he's removed his underwear, you can see the desk still has several swimming certificates, all for
One
Wilbur Jenkins.
They're all from different places, but they're all bronze.
One of them is very tarnished and
One
may
of them
have been burned.
One of them has like an electrical line going across it, where it's been used as a fuse.
I asked the replicator to make a cardboard box and just swipe everything into it off the desk. Top it with a small potted plant.
Hey, you leave Vera alone.
Is it an aloe?
Yes. Of course it is, Keeb. It's me.
And then the box is
For a
just
second there, Nav. For a second, I thought you were. For just 1
Nope.
second. 1
Aloe
second
vera.
of hope.
No.
Don't work
I mean,
on 2
it
levels.
doubles as a Firefly reference.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
So
Yes,
many
but-
levels. Right.
Meanwhile, Councillor, you've just been invited to cut the ribbon for the inaugural opening of the bar and mess hall.
Yes. I actually have... I found a picture of how our bar is supposed to look.
Let's have a look.
Yeah?
Nope.
Yeah? I like that.
I like
Maybe a little more blinky lights somewhere.
No.
I
went
hope we have some
old
sort of
school.
anti-gravity something on all that glassware.
We do.
Also, it's not glass, but
Individual seatbelts.
Synth.
magnets.
Yeah, there's a... so that's
No one knows
end
how
of
they
the
work.
mess hall, and then the other end is more modern replica. You don't have a bartender yet, so it's self-service.
Oh dear.
No, I was standing behind the bar until I was informed that I had to cut the ribbon. So I duck underneath the ribbon to go out and then get the giant scissors and go Come
in
on,
Star
come
Trek, it
on.
would be like a phaser.
Yes,
That's
and at that
it's-
point,
it's
the scissors
with
hollow
actually
scissors.
fall apart before the ribbon's cut.
Oh yeah. That's in keeping with our ship. So I go, Commander Lloyd, do you have a alternate solution to this?
Yeah. Yes, there should be a phaser in the locker just down the hall. Grab that.
Oh,
Run
good. It's
out,
not a plasma
get the
torch this time.
Get the phaser
I'll
and
just cut it from here, Kif, with the ship's laser.
can't make it work.
Reverse the polarity. Don't worry. It's easy. I showed you how. You just push the 2 buttons in and hold it for 3 seconds.
I think
Okay.
we've boiled eggs or possibly stunned the ribbon.
Alright, now fire.
And it's cut.
The ribbon just vaporizes.
There may also be a burn mark on the other side of it.
I think probably several alarms go off at this point.
Why did we even have this ribbon?
The fire suppression system comes on, but instead of carbon dioxide, it's toast.
It's just breadcrumbs. It's just...
Oh, that would be worse.
Like when you turn a toaster upside down.
Yeah.
And then a little robot
Oh, the
just comes
ashen
out and
breadcrumbs.
sweeps the breadcrumbs up.
Like pats the fire down.
Blows it out like a birthday cake.
At least the ship has self-cleaning robots.
They're actually one of the probably from one of the sealed off rooms. They've got like a little colony in there of self-cleaning, self-aware robots that only exist on this ship.
Yeah, we don't
Very
technically
tidy.
have cleaning robots. They just showed up.
Yes.
Look, don't worry about it.
Yeah, the brownie colony is getting a little bit out of hand. We're trying to work out a solution, or communication, or negotiation.
They start worshipping Alex Power as a god.
Yeah, there's a tiny idol now. It's very strange.
Made out of breadcrumbs.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have started feeding them.
Have you tried feeding them breadcrumbs?
No, power packs.
Don't feed
dear.
them under 0-100 hours.
I don't want them going out and hunting for them.
Alright.
So yes, the bar and mess hall are officially open. You've got a nice bank of replicators. These ones are actually relatively new and have more than toast on the menu.
Hooray!
So you can get some decent meals. They've even been programmed with a variety of Klingon meals. Particularly, they've got a very good Ractagino going.
I hope the gar's fresh.
It's replicated. That
And then
either means it's fresh all the time or never.
The bar is
Replicator fresh.
the bar is stocked with not just the replicators, but a really good coffee machine and proper Ractagino machine if you want to make it properly.
It's like an espresso machine but covered in spikes.
Yeah.
Instead of the handles, there's little daggers.
Yeah. And then several bottles of synthol, and then stacked up behind the bar is one of the crates of Romulan ale that you confiscated.
I think there's still a bottle of
Surprised it's still
blood
there.
wine.
Oh yeah, some blood wine maybe as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot, because I didn't get to steal a lot, but I tried.
So that's good. So that's opened.
Yeah, and in amongst that as well is a couple of bottles of actual real whiskey. Turns out Petra knows a couple of people, so she can get her hands on the actual liquor instead of
On the
having
good
to rely on
stuff?
Synthol.
There's also Commander Lloyd has brought up a few experimental unmarked bottles that he claims is definitely safe for most humanoid species consumption this time.
I checked. They are, in fact,
No.
technically safe.
I'm having a legitimate crisis of confidence and label the damn bottles.
I have.
Where is
listed them
Ocean
aside.
Man when I need him?
You pull the label back, and there's like a list.
Yeah.
What is this? It is green.
No, that's
Contents,
Aldebaran. That's
yeah.
Aldebaran whiskey. That's what that is.
It turns out that that's why Dr. Reddy isn't on board the ship at the moment. She's taken some samples of what Commander Lloyd's produced to a medical conference to get the opinion of her peers as to whether it
Probably
is
going to get
actually
like
safe.
60 papers out of that thing.
Does this taste medicinal to you?
Yes.
Demanding representation.
I mean, it'll certainly put you in a hospital, but I don't know if that counts.
Oh no, not all of them.
Well,
yeah,
okay, mostly clear. There was one bottle. The last batch was changing color randomly, and we tried to make sure that
Lieutenant
doesn't
Commander,
happen.
the last batch was chanting, "You're going home in ambulance."
Morphic resonance, sir.
Understood.
There was a wormhole back to 1996.
May I propose a toast to our new captain? May we all get out of this alive.
That's a dangerous proposition to
Don't
make.
say that word.
Yes, a toast.
You just get one glass with just a piece of toast in it, and that's the toast that you're proposing.
Replicated. Oh,
The toast has an umbrella stuck in it.
A couple of them have just got these little like.
It's
olive.
rye.
Bit of
It's
lemon.
rye whiskey.
Oh no! It's got olive bread in it though.
Trying to order
I
some
want to
bourbon, it just
make a
puts
toast
biscuit
cocktail.
in there.
Cheers.
This
This is perfect.
Yes, so Captain Satomi, you come out of your ready room onto the bridge, and none of the senior staff are on the bridge. It's all crewed by Beta Shift.
the much more competent.
Yes, far more competent.
Long suffering.
Night crew, bear me.
And
I'm going to assume that we might all be in the bar
Yes.
celebrating its
That was
opening.
the inference there. The
Yes.
captain wanders out, and you've all buggered off mid-shift to the bar because it's been opened.
it was on the schedule.
It's
Professional.
like change your shift already.
Jenkins stumbles into the bar with a pair of pants on his head now, and he's already clearly quite drunk. Come here and
Certain one.
take my roll, the room. All right.
Fine. Yes,
Just-
try this one, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Vernon.
Should
I
have
assume
been
at
bunch
this
of
point
us
Alex is taking notes.
Yep.
Right. If you
And
are
scanning
just
him
about
as
to
this
drink
happens.
something that Vernon handed you,
Yeah.
you're going to need to roll to see if you suffer any ill effects from that.
Oh, I like it.
Okay, I drink it. Doesn't matter what it is. I just drank it.
Yep.
What am I rolling?
Physical and survive.
Okay.
Or are you doing defense roll first, or whatever it is?
Yeah, so I'm going to give him the thing to beat.
D8 plus D. Oh, it's a D4 in survival.
Ooh,
Oh
okay.
dear.
I think you'll be
I
alright.
mean, you might be okay.
Can I use my self-preservation instinct?
I don't know,
No,
you're pretty
because you
drunk.
already drank it.
You're pretty drunk at this point, and you said you drank it
From
already.
the bar.
Self-preservation
I
would be
think
not
the time,
actually-
yeah, self-preservation
I'm
should have
rolling-
kicked in before.
Well, you
I'm
can
rolling
roll
it
that
as
as
a
a
D4.
D4 to get a plot point.
Yep, I'm rolling as a D4 for a plot point.
All right.
Yes,
Ah.
but I did roll a jinx,
Libs.
so You could give me another plot point in addition to the one I already got,
Yep, there you go.
and I can have a complication from this. Yes.
All right.
It's happening again. Why does this always happen to me?
Well, last time I was the one generating.
That's true. Yes, blood vision. Thank you, Commander Vernon Lloyd. The three of you are good men. Good.
I'm just looking and thinking.
And
Just
my
making
scanner
sure.
results are very confusing.
And the seven of you, Commander Powell.
I'm just
also
looking him up
good
and down
men.
and like poking him. It's like, okay, good. This batch doesn't make you go out of phase. I'm gonna write that down.
Meanwhile,
Out of
Powell's
phase.
probably looking around, going, "I didn't think there were any other Powells around."
I thought that wasn't allowed because of the confusion. Yeah. You didn't bring any other. You didn't bring your science officer with you, Captain, did you?
So, Captain, while you're on the bridge interacting with the NPC beta shift, you arrive on the outskirts of the vaudevillain system.
We're all getting reasonably drunk in the bar.
Or
Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm having quite nice, pleasant conversations with the with the shift currently on. I'm starting to wonder why the other ones were the ones that greeted me on board.
Well, you did arrive in terror.
It's true.
That's true. That is true. Yes, I arrived.
Yep. The security officer on shift is quickly replaced as Lieutenant Victor comes on duty. For those
Enthralling
who
Victor.
don't remember, Lieutenant Victor.
I believe was that Vector
There he is.
Victor.
Yes.
This
There
guy.
you go.
Oh,
I haven't
very
actually
nice.
given him a proper character sheet yet, but you can at least see his picture.
Signature asset.
The council captain's second in command.
He won't need one.
Yeah.
Let's see if he makes it to a character sheet.
Yeah. But
You are correct, though. He does have signature
is his
assets.
abs. So that's actually his nickname amongst the crew. Nobody will call him that to his face, but he's known as Abs.
I call him that
Slab,
to
hard
his
chest.
face.
His father's name was Abhishek.
Ah. Yeah.
But yes,
We come out of warp.
Lieutenant Victor informs you that the senior staff are all currently in the bar.
In
In case
the
you
bar.
didn't know that already.
Yes. Right. So I guess I'd have to go. I'll try calling them.
Yeah.
I suppose call to Commander Jenkins. Try and find out where he is.
Yes, your captain. I'm right here. Can I help?
Are you quite alright?
I am very alright.
Go find out.
What?
oh wait, priority, and I book, and I just run for the door and start booking it for bridge.
Sorry, Captain, I'm being interrupted by some very rude lower-ranked officers. What can I do for you?
Are you drunk by any chance? You definitely sound drunk.
I'm only as think as you drunk I am.
Don't tell her.
I had one drink of something purple that Commander Lloyd gave me. I'm fine and fully fit for duty. And the 17 Commander Lloyds here can all attest to that.
I was
Every single one of them.
Although I have actually, I do like the idea. So you still see my after images even after I had run out of the room. That's
this point, I think Bloodwings Jones will just neck the last bit of the blood wine, slam it down on the bar, and head into the nearest Jeffrey's tube for the bridge.
I think that's a pub crawl right there.
Oh, hello, Captain. Hello, Captain. What did you want? Can I help?
Well, I was going to tell you that we have arrived, but are you in a... Oh, hang on.
Excellent.
Are you actually in a fit state to come back to your post?
I am absolutely able to man my post.
Hey,
In fact, the post is probably the only thing keeping me
What?
up, right?
Dang,
What?
I've fixed the Rectagino machine. We can get surfily poba. Perfect, sir.
We'll get Captain. We'll be there in 7 minutes.
7.
So
Well, try and get back here quicker, please.
yes, Captain. Computer. Why does nobody like me, computer?
Insufficient data.
I like the fact that
believe
Jenkins
you.
hasn't ended the call, so the captain hears this.
Hang up.
Jenkins out. Hang on, I've lost my badge.
It's in there.
Okay, I got it.
This raises a good question. Are there a lot of drunk phone calls over the communicators?
If
I
you
would
sit
imagine
there, you butt dial on the communicator.
Well,
You just
would you like
face
lie down on your
activate.
just fall over face first to butt dial?
Oh, that Commander Petra. She's gonna find me out one day, Vernon. She's gonna find me out. It's gonna be
It's okay. Here,
It's gonna be so
I
bad.
would take this one. You drink. We both drink this, and we'll
Okay.
go. Okay.
Computer! I want my
No.
mummy.
Here, take the Rectagino.
Replicator just
Okay, okay.
creates a
okay.
small little action figure of a mummy for you.
Thank you, computer. You've always been a good friend of mine.
Request insufficient. Please specify which mummy.
The mummy returns.
Success.
Oh, no car.
All right, so I wander over, pick up a container of whatever it is that Lloyd is brewing, and grab the back of Jenkins' uniform and just kind of propel both towards the nearest turbo lift, and kind of hope the doors open as we get there.
Jenkins manages to, down the entire cup of Rectagino in record time.
Hey Petra, I do have sobering up pills. Do you want some?
No, we're good, thanks.
Okay.
In case it wasn't clear, the idea was Vernon's been tinkering with the Rectagino machine. So that
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's special Rectagino.
That's why I just break the whole thing in record time.
Same here.
And that's why I'm hastening towards a conclusion.
What do we think it does?
I'm just adding to your blurred vision at this point,
That's fair. Yeah.
and giving the same to Vernon.
Meanwhile, I'm just standing on the bridge, arms crossed, foot tapping, because they're still not here yet.
I probably barreled in there at some stage here.
Yeah,
I'm
power's there now.
just hoping that she's watching the turbo lift, and meanwhile Bloodwind's just out of a Jeffrey's tube into the seat. You turn around and just
we're in the turbo lift, and Jenkins is leaning on Commander Reginald. He's like, thank you.
I think
I'm dreaming of the no button.
And then the Rectagino kicks in.
Oh, huh.
Nav. You know what nerd means?
Hmm. What?
KNURD.
I was waiting for that kicked in.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
KNURD. Remember? Nerd.
Nerd.
Yes.
Nerd.
I do not remember that.
What happens when you get too sober?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yes.
You come out of sobriety on the
You
other.
thought it was Klingon, but it's Klatchy and coffee.
Oh no.
Just,
We've gone plaid.
I can see through time.
My God, it's full of toast.
What is wrong with me?
Interesting.
I shouldn't be responsible for any of this stuff. Commander, I need a drink.
I shouldn't be giving you that. I've caused so much problems already. Too many.
Give. That's an order, Lieutenant Commander. Okay, right. He's insensible. I'm.
So now the turbo lift arrives at the bridge, and the doors open.
God.
Actually, smoothly for a change.
Oh,
Vernon is just in the fetal position, like.
Captain, I'm so sorry.
I just am speechless again. There's going to come a point when I'm not going to be speechless at seeing this.
I am in a huge amount of fear for that moment, Captain.
If you want to be in terror, it's docked in the ship bay.
Permission to take my station, Captain.
Just get there immediately.
Yes, Captain.
Sort of just sitting down at the base of the turbo lift. Like, yes. I just walk up and say, I'm so sorry. Forgive me.
Just get to your station now.
Okay.
He gets
Just
down,
run-
the turbo lift doors close, the turbo lift goes away. And then the turbo lift comes back up, and out pops the counsellor, who has finally left the bar with probably a glass in hand, I assume.
Fine whiskey.
Is the counsellor in uniform today, or is she still resisting that urge?
Still,
Do you walk in with a drink in your hand?
yes.
Okay, Jenkins comes over and tries to take it.
I get a phaser out.
Oh no. Party fight.
I open up a betting pool.
I dive under my desk. My
I'm
counsel.
not even there. I'm not there. Not my problem.
I look at Jenkins,
It's not my
and I
problem.
see that he is
It's my fault.
stone cold sober. And I know this is a fight that I'm not going to win, so I just give him the glass.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I appreciate it. And he basically just downs the whole thing.
Okay, we're safe.
Okay.
That'll drop you back down to a D6, same as Lloyd.
Okay.
You both need one more drink to get yourselves normal again.
Okay. Okay. He goes and sits in the chair next to the captain's one.
Yep.
Okay.
And I go sit in the other.
Yep.
He's just rocking back and forth in the chair. Just... Okay.
At this point, because the captain hasn't been introduced to the counsellor yet, so there's just somebody not in uniform but with wearing a comm badge who's just sat next to you.
Who also sauntered in with a drink and then just gave it to your first officer.
I thought the captain was there when we toasted.
No,
When we
captain
toasted.
hasn't made it.
No,
to
she was
bar
on the
yet.
bridge.
No, so it was just
No,
so it was just
I was
all
actually
of us.
still in the ready room at the time.
Ah.
I think anyway. Yeah, that's right.
Still
bar is
getting
open.
swimming certificates
Bye.
off the wall.
It's at this point I do the double take of, oh wait, there's a new captain.
I'm surprised the counselor didn't
introduced
just sit in the
myself.
captain's chair and then just stop and fine, next one.
And I'm just like, who are you?
Counselor Captain Reynolds.
Councillor Captain.
Just go with it. Just go with it.
She's very clearly
okay.
wearing the pips of a lieutenant.
Yeah.
Right.
So you just assume that captain is her first name.
Family name or
She very oh, sorry, my words are gone. Humorous parents.
Not really.
If
Father
you
with
ever became
Major
a,
General.
if you ever became a captain, your name would be Captain Captain.
I was a captain.
But why are you not in uniform?
Because this is my uniform.
it patently is not.
It was the uniform I wore for 15 years back on Earth.
At this point, I'm not quite sure that I want to argue with that. I just sigh.
All right.
So, getting back to the space station.
Yes, so you've arrived on the
Meanwhile, yes.
You've arrived on the edge of the Wonderland system.
I'm going to take my position and run some sensor sweeps to the area.
Yep. Okay, so
This system is called the Vaudevillain system. That's a
Yes.
wrestling thing. I don't know why I said that.
Oh no. Being nerd gives you out of character knowledge.
yes. So mental and operate sensors, please, Petra.
Outsmarting myself here. Mental and...
And that's your score to beat.
Oh, neat. D6 for the specialty, yes?
Yes.
And keep the highest. 2.
Oh dear.
Ooh. Oh, that's oh no. Well,
Oh dear. Well, I'm afraid you're getting a plot point. And unfortunately, as you're trying to operate these sensors, several of them malfunction simultaneously, all down the port side of the ship. So you have no sensors operating on the port side of the ship at all.
Port is left.
Yes, good for you.
Thank you, Commander. Thank you.
So that's a condition affecting the ship rather than you.
So I'm guessing the
you get
console
the plot.
sparks.
Yes, a little bit of sparking on the console. But before the sensors die,
why haven't we invented fuses?
Yes.
Don't forget, I'm the same condition.
You're actually worse. You're still one drink out.
That's true.
you think you detect a faint warp signature somewhere in the vicinity of the asteroid.
Captain, we do... Sorry. Exit check. Port is kept to the starboard side of the bar. Captain, we appear to be having some malfunctions with the sensors, significant malfunctions with the sensors, but it does appear we saw a warp signature, perhaps faintly in the asteroid belt. Meanwhile, I'm sending a communication down to Lloyd to mention the sensor issue and that perhaps it should get on that. Please.
Yes.
Why am I not surprised there's a malfunction?
Or at least it's not on fire.
That's fair.
Yet.
Yeah. Don't be so sure about that.
Fix.
Fire can be arranged.
Fire can just happen. Seems to happen often.
Right, you said there was a warp signature?
Seems to have been a warp signature, yes. Can I tease anything else out about that? Approximate size?
Yeah, looks to be coinciding with a freighter, something that sort of size. It's recent enough that you've picked it up within the last hour or two. So this supposedly empty system has seen some traffic.
All right, so it seems we have a freighter of some sort that was through fairly recently, which is unusual considering that this has been a dead system for some time. So we wouldn't normally expect people to be hauling things through here.
Well, that certainly matches up with reports of smugglers.
Indeed.
Right, we need to investigate this further, though how we can do so with our sensors damaged.
Right?
Perhaps we
Just Tokyo drift into the system.
I mean, that's how you left Starbase 10, so...
I recommend we investigate the station. Maybe there'll be some pirates to beat up.
Yeah, right. Yes, so I suppose the only thing we can do is try and investigate further with caution.
Do a little bit more scouting. Are we near the station? What direction roughly was the warp signature coming from?
Right, so the asteroid field sits between the two gas giants and the two dead inner worlds. You're currently out in the outskirts of the system, approaching from close to one of the gas giants. The warp signature is reasonably close, a few minutes at impulse from the believed location of the abandoned outpost. But you currently, although you can see where the warp signature is, you currently can't see the outpost on sensors.
Could I have put in a request earlier to one of my other pals who work in a more kind of historical context, and try to get a records and schematics of the station?
Yes, absolutely, you may. And in fact, let me just see if I can switch off the fog of war.
Captain, I have just received a schematic of the station.
There you go.
I should
Transmitting
send
now.
Lieutenant Victor on this mission. It's the only way.
I'm just imagining that echoing, only way, only way, only way.
Yep.
That's rather a long way zoomed out, so... Yep, we have a sort of a rather small layout for you. I got a bit lazy towards the end and skipped out a few areas that would have just repeated lots of rooms over and over again. These are the important bits. Where you see blue lines will be force fields. So.
So the captain's
Okay.
just looking at my screen because her screen is small and won't display it properly.
Right, okay.
So I just call out to the crew to report back. Where is everything?
Yeah, it's literally all of the icons, chat icons are actually blocking the screen on hers. So yeah, it's
You can turn
everything is
those off.
fine.
I have tiny laptop screen.
All right.
Right, well, we'll come back to the normal screen for now, because that will be
Normal
useful
screen.
for you later.
Okay.
Okay.
So are we going to investigate the station? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yep. So investigate and see if there's anything shady going on.
Would you like to go on the mission, Captain?
Isn't that? I go to say, isn't that against?
Quiet,
and then
Lieutenant.
look from Jenkins. Just
I can't argue with the captain's orders, Lieutenant. If they wish to go on the mission, then they will go, and I will have to obey those orders.
Well,
Right. So,
right. Well, I really shouldn't go myself, though I feel I really should, given this crew. But I think Commander Jenkins can handle this one.
Yes, Captain. That's entirely incorrect. Yes, Captain.
okay, so how are you going to choose to approach the abandoned station? Well,
what you mean by ship? Or,
outpost.
Hmm.
So you're currently half a solar system away from it.
well, carefully, and with the starboard sensors facing it, just sort of crabbing towards it slowly,
Just
like
creeping up on
a
it
cat when it
sideways.
sort of goes up, hunches up, and starts walking sideways towards its opponent. And
Just
You're
go
not
up to
going
warp and then
you're
start
not going to
drifting.
try to repair the sensors.
Isn't Vernon doing that?
I was going to say,
I've
are they
been-
even
I've been-
repairable?
I've been staring at the wall for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually worked out a way he can install circuit breakers and fuses across the whole of the ship to prevent any
Yeah.
more
The
needless
whole of
deaths.
Starfleet.
I've been writing it on the walls.
Yep.
It's
like-
real.
This is real. You don't understand. Why doesn't anybody use
Okay,
it?
I'm going to go.
Jenkins
grab-
looks up. Jenkins
grab-
looks up and he's like, "We could have seat belts."
I'm going to go and grab Lloyd by the shoulders, and then start guiding him off to the engineering bay.
Oh,
Talking to him about, there's things that need to be fixed. These things are broken. This needs to be these things aren't working properly. They need you to go and look at them and work upon them. Yes,
I can do that.
you can fix
That's-
things.
That's my
Your-
job.
Your
Yes.
recovery roll will be either physical or mental, depending on which you prefer, and fix.
Physical or mental. Well, mental is a D10, so. Well, fix is a D12, so.
I seem to have lost my sidebar.
There's a little 3-button thing at the top you can click to bring it back.
And I'm treating all of your suggestions of fuses and everything else just like I treat all of your other suggestions for fixes.
And
Well,
Well,
so
clearly
if I-
they're not known in the Star Trek universe, so this
Yes.
is some weird thing that people aren't
Yes,
sure
this
of.
sounds dangerous.
I will assemble the away team, Captain.
I remember how this works. It's /R D10 plus D12.
Yep.
And,
You get a D6 for your
Ooh.
fixed specialization if you've got one.
I do not.
You can also, if you've got a relevant. I forgot
How
to
dare.
silence my phone.
Oh,
I was wondering. It's like, oh god, Daleks, where?
Shields up.
Red alert.
Red alert, shields up.
Wrong
Run away.
now.
I can't actually see that 3-button thing.
Oh, you may have dragged it it? No, it doesn't really let you drag it to any smaller than that.
Do you see where the scroll bar is?
Yeah, should be on the
side. It should
right
be up the
scroll
top
bar.
of that. Right at the top, the
I
three
see
lines.
it now. I see it now. There are 3 lines.
There are 3 lines.
Okay, right. Crew, check
It's-
in. I need Lieutenant Jones. I need.
Here, I'll fix this.
Hang on. I
So,
need
sorry, one
Jones.
sec. So I've got D10, D12, just those 2. I don't need to.
Yeah, you can also
You can add
use
a
your
distinction,
distinction.
do that.
You've got. I'll think of something.
Oh right, yeah. Oh yes,
you can
actually,
either roll
yeah.
it as a D8, get a plot point, or you could use your jury rigged to double your fix, but you have to get a complication.
When,
And you can also
I think-
use your galvanized impact resonator.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll add the impact resonator. That's a D6.
when Jenkins calls out my name, I just do this little yes. Get up, spin my duck tangs, and put them into the boot holsters.
I like the
Just
idea that you
remembering
just
from
keep a
break.
pair under the console ready to use.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like taped
then-
in there.
Hmm.
Jenkins is like, she's going to murder someone.
So if I roll,
At this point, I look over at Jenkins and pull out from a pocket, because I wear sensible clothes, a hip flask and say, "Shot of liquid courage."
I'll keep 2. All right. So
Yes.
I'll roll. I'll think of something as a D4,
Okay.
and yeah, plot points. So it's D10, 12, D6, and D4, and keep.
Give me
2.
a minute, Lieutenant.
Oh.
Sorry, I was
Fine.
answering Joe.
Oh, okay. I think I've got this right. God, it's been a bit since we did this last time.
Yeah.
Hup.
Yeah, that worked.
That's
You can spend
unfortunately
the
a
plot point.
fail. You
can
do
spend
get a
a plot
plot point. You could spend a
No,
plot
you-
point to keep.
Yeah.
If you spend a plot point to keep the 3, you succeed.
Okay.
He gets a plot point because he rolled his distinction as a D4, not a D8. So
Yep.
Uh-huh.
if you spend a plot point and keep the 3, you'll succeed and repair the sensors.
Yeah, let's do that. We've got 3 plot points. I'll spend 1 and keep the 3.
Yep. So
So sensors are fixed.
sensors are fixed.
Hooray!
There's a little zoom in on Jenkins, and he goes, "Right, I will have that drink in a minute. I'm going to assemble the away team first. Lieutenant Victor, you're on my away team. I've got Commander
He
Jones.
nods and is like, "Naturally, sir. Would you like me to
Lieutenant
bring
Commander
any additional
Powell.
security personnel?"
Yes,
I'm sure.
yes, Commander.
I'm sure we'll be fine. You know what? Bring some extra security personnel. Do that. Lieutenant Commander Powell, you're also on the team.
Of course. I will.
And you,
update my will.
Lieutenant Commander Reginald.
Sir.
Lieutenant Commander Lloyd, have you finished those repairs?
Yes. Yeah. Repairs. Yes. Finished those repairs.
Excellent. Then you're also on the away team.
Yes.
Is he leaving anyone on the ship?
A couple.
Beta crew.
Captain, Counselor, Beta Crew. It's in good hands. Well,
It's in hand.
It's in
mostly
hands.
hands.
Yeah.
This will leave the captain and the councillor to handle any situations that come up.
Okay. So, as the
guys, chat.
Oh.
Oh, my
Jesus.
god.
Well, I was going to give us a break in 10 minutes, so I will put it up then, and I will view that. That's promising to be very incredible.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, that's brilliant.
I think I may have to just pull it up now.
That's perfect. That is really is.
Holy crap.
Oh wow.
Fight through it. Oh god.
That is wow. Thank you so much, Mangle Pixel. That is amazing.
That's so good.
That's fantastic.
All right.
So the ship is just going to approach the abandoned base.
Mm-hmm. We fix
Okay.
the sensors.
Yep.
Just out. While Vernon is still, staring off into space now and then.
Yep.
About
Um,
I keep occasionally just handing you broken things for you to fix absent-mindedly, just to keep you from doing anything.
Yeah. He's tried to fix the sensors so
Gives
that
it back to me.
beyond the next universe.
Gives it back. I snap it over my knee, give it back to him.
nice.
are you
And then he
approaching?
doodles all over them.
Are you approaching at warp or impulse?
Impulse.
Okay, so you've got a couple of hours.
Alright.
Well, warp then.
Oh, I was going to say, can I phone a friend?
I was going to say, I didn't think you could warp in a solar system, but
Yeah.
Low warp.
change the rules.
Yeah. So, how close to the asteroid belt do you want to drop out of warp?
Well, that's down to the ship, isn't it?
Do not get this wrong, Commander. There will be repercussions.
How's
I
a
would,
safe
I would
distance?
like to do it at a safe distance. Whether the ship would
Admiral
like
came out
to.
of hyperspace
Are the
too
sensors-
close.
Okay, I'm not going to make
Sensors
you
are back
give me
online?
distance in kilometers, but a rough estimate of how many minutes away at impulse you would be from the base.
10.
Yep. Okay. So you successfully do that.
Woohoo!
Petra.
And all active sensors are sweeping.
Yep. In that case, I would like you to roll mental and notice, please.
Who's rolling?
Petra.
I'm on sensors, so
okay. Oh.
Do. What are sensors?
What do? But why? But why is sensors?
How do I shockwave?
Captain, we have blinky lights.
There's a red thingy moving towards the green thingy.
So
I think we're
yeah,
the green thingy.
Jam just starts coming out of the sensor screen. We're
Did you
being
not-
jammed, Captain.
Did you not roll any? Did you not roll any distinction on that?
I don't have a distinction in notice.
You've got 3.
Not
You have
not a
three
special, not specialization.
Sorry, yeah,
distinction.
distinction. One of your 3 distinctions that your character traits. Do none of them apply?
shipyard worker, friends below decks, loudmouth.
Nope.
Okay, never mind them.
No.
Lost the boops and the swoops.
I will let Lieutenant Powell try to beat that roll.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm struggling with the console. Things still aren't quite responding. They haven't been hooked up. Haven't got everything rerouted since the sensors were offline.
So that would be a. Okay. Would science officer apply here?
Yes.
Okay. And would this be a hazard?
No. Well,
Not that you know yet, anyway.
not that you know of.
I specialization in noticing hazards.
Yes, in that case, yes.
Thought so.
Does that distinction ever go off? It's just
Oh, yes.
on permanently.
On this
Well,
ship,
it
yes.
doesn't help me. If I need to notice, like, to find something, it's that's useful.
Notice hazard. It's just constantly pinging.
Ooh.
That's
Oh.
also a fail.
Oh no.
I'll spend a plot point to keep it to keep one of the 2s.
Yep. Okay. So, what you realise is that your active scans are returning some very, very faint blips of metal on some of the asteroids. On closer inspection, you realise that these are a combination of a sensor net and phaser turrets.
Oh.
Oh.
Bum bum bum.
So, but I'm going to assume that given that we are a big ship, they've almost certainly detected us by now.
You are a big ship. You came in with active scans sweeping. They have
Yep.
picked you up.
Yep.
Do you want to relay this to anyone?
Yes, I'm going to tell. Of course. Oh dear. They have a very dangerous array of sensors distributed across this area.
Why are the sensors dangerous?
They have phasers.
Dread alert, shields up!
Yeah, sadly the sound cloud integration has been disabled for Roll20, so no red alert noises.
Weep, weep, weep.
Red.
Vernon and Jenkins just start doing that together and don't know why. They're in different parts of the ship and they're just going.
Or it's just like red alert doesn't sound like it normally does.
So
Captain,
yes,
what are your orders?
Captain,
I'm
don't
gonna-
forget, whilst they may be terrible, terrible people, you can ask your senior staff for advice for situations.
Might
Not get good advice.
You can also ask for good advice, but you won't necessarily get that one.
Yeah.
You might have
Definitely
more
the opposite.
success by going over to my stream chat and typing !advice.
Salt the scenery. All right.
That is actually decent advice right now.
Perfect advice.
That's the best advice.
Salt the scenery.
Captain, recommend that we shoot at the sensor things located in the scenery. I mean, asteroids.
I may need to promote Legbot.
Chief advisor.
It's not
Goes
having
to
my
Commander
course,
Legbot?
goddammit. I'm not being replaced by Legbot. I'll kill you all.
That's probably in Legbot.
The Legbot is an algorithm in the ship's computer.
Oh god.
For generating tactical or otherwise advice.
And toast recipes.
Yeah, I can't seem to make it stop doing that.
Captain, permission to open fire on the scenery.
Open fire on the scenery.
I mean asteroids. I definitely mean with the sensors in. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yes. We got
Just
some shields up.
Yes,
Yes.
I definitely did that. The shields are up.
Definitely did. Good.
I even changed the light bulb, so we're at red alert now. I'm going to incessantly make this joke. It's going to.
All the way up to brown alert.
Your neutralness, it's a beige alert.
Okay, so weapons fall under ship systems.
Who put the
so
disco
you roll
ball
a
in the
D8.
alert light?
So then the systems.
Right.
So, somebody who would like to coordinate the attack, you'll use the ship's systems instead of your normal mental, physical, or social, and either fly or shoot, depending on who wants to do the flying and or shooting.
Who wants to do this?
Really is probably me.
I feel like Bloodwind would be all about attacking the clear enemy.
That makes
Today
sense.
is a good day to die. Prepare for ramming speed.
No.
Wait, no.
Belay that.
Oh,
Today's a good day for someone else.
Oh god, no hats. No. Not the most fearsome of all dwarf war cries. Now blood has to be spilled. Shit.
Blood wine?
See, I would have thought the problem with going in guns blazing is that then you're starting it.
Did they teach you logic at the academy?
Probably. Probably a bunch of Vulcans that won't stop.
Are you suggesting we shouldn't charge heedlessly in firing all of our guns?
At
I
this
know
thing.
I know it's a strange concept to you crew, but
Just
Just terribly sad.
So,
I think I've just made everyone speechless here.
Solve our problems with what? Diplomacy and communication rather than lasers and explosions. You mean
Yes, Commander.
feelings, not lasers?
Exactly.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Technically, that's why I'm here, Commander.
Who are
To
you?
deploy the lasers of understanding.
Yes.
Fire the phases of understanding.
Okay, Captain. What are your orders?
Well, for the time being, we'll keep an eye out as we approach and just see, basically,
Can I
if they
check
fire
the...
first.
Do we have stern sensors operational? Because I'd like
Yes,
to see if there's anyone sneaking up behind us.
Your full sensor suite is active and operational at the moment. You don't detect anybody approaching at the moment.
Lieutenant Jones, take us in.
Captain, may I make a suggestion? Try hailing them before we enter where they might shoot at us. Just
That might be a better idea, yeah?
Fingers paused over the comms button.
Just ready, just in case. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay,
Yeah, maybe try hailing them and see.
you attempt to hail the abandoned base.
Hailing frequencies open.
You get no response.
Anybody home?
Can I try and access? Could I try and access this sensor net to see if I can disable it from shooting at us?
Are you trying to hack the asteroid planets?
Yes.
Hack the
Hack
system.
the asteroid.
Hack the system. Yes.
Yes, that will be.
Operate.
Yep.
Okay, and this does not count as scientific equipment, despite being sensors.
Yeah, I'm afraid not. And that will be mental as well.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you could justify shooting things with a phaser net for science.
But I'm guessing science officer does count here.
Yeah.
Shooting things is the best form of science. Just ask CERN.
That'll be a 10.
They also get taken down by weasels, so you know.
Okay.
But did I mess up the keep Q? I did. This is actually just a 12. But
Yeah,
yes.
that's still a success.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
able to hack into the sensor net. It appears at the moment that the phaser system is being kept powered down. But you are able to tell that the sensor net is feeding data back to the base. That seems to be its sort of central node.
Okay. Can I make it so that the phaser net will not, in fact, power up and shoot us when it gets the command to do so, or at least make it so that it takes a lot longer than it should?
Yeah, you're able to permanently disable the. Well, I say permanently for the basis of this episode, the phaser net is disabled.
Okay.
Right.
Captain, I have managed to successfully keep us from being shot in the back as soon as we get close. I think.
We'll
I
get
hope.
shot in the front instead.
Yes. I have removed some of the shooting. This is
There'll
good.
be less dishonor.
Less shooting.
Okay, as you start to approach the base, you realise that some of the minerals in these asteroids are affecting some sensor scans. You're not able to accurately penetrate the interior of the base.
Before we get too close, can I fire off a communication? I realize we're far enough away that this might take a while. Happen to know somebody at the nearest system. They used to work in a procurement role. They might know something about shipping that's coming kind of through this direction if anything's going. See if they've seen any unusual traffic heading out this way.
They have. They've heard of weird shipments and freighters. There's a suspected smuggling ring operating out in this part the galaxy.
So nothing pointing towards any one group that they were able to find out, just general.
No,
They're
whoever's
hearing about
behind it
movements. And...
is not being particularly open about it. They're staying quite hidden. It's mostly rumours and hearsay.
Bad news, Captain. We appear to have competent smugglers.
Mm.
It's the most dangerous kind.
Could say the most obvious thing, and that's not good.
Could I perhaps... Oh, echo.
Sorry.
Have a look at the signature of the warp signature of the freighter that we saw. Perhaps see if I perhaps recognise it from various dealings in the wars, being around in Starfleet since after 359. Perhaps that I might recognise it from having maybe flown near one or dealt near one.
It's the warp
Colliding
signature of
with
a
one.
very, very common type of freighter. It's that one that you always saw docked at Deep Space Nine.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I know the one that's
yeah,
sort of
it's one of
triangular
those.
shaped
Yeah.
freighter slash Bajoran transport slash Cardassian transport slash.
Whatever we need it to be this week.
Yeah, it's one of those.
So it's basically the fully loaded semi-trailer.
Yeah, it's common. It's nondescript. They're everywhere.
It could be worse. Could be a Toyota or a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Pedal man.
So yes, as you begin to approach the asteroid, the main asteroid that contains the base, this is some sort of a much bigger asteroid that the base is built into. You pass by, the phasers aren't shooting at you. You're just sort of getting closer and closer. Although you're struggling with your scans to penetrate the interior of the base, you can tell that there does appear to be some power signatures. It's not as abandoned as you thought.
Perfect.
You need a mirror of that.
Everything good? All good?
Yep.
Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
Lieutenant
you're saying-
Jones,
Hello.
I would like you to roll mental and notice, please.
Right. Okay. For the sake of the tape, could you remind me how I do that? Is it /R?
/R.
Then
Space.
Space.
Kelly square brackets.
It's the curly ones, isn't it?
Yes.
There we go.
And don't make a space before the K2.
K2. That was it at the end. Right. What am I rolling again?
Mental and notice.
Mental
And
notice.
any relevant and any relevant other things, such as your distinctions and whatnot.
Helmsman will apply here.
Is that? No, it's not going to work.
No, I don't think so.
I'm trying to get Knerd on there.
No space. K2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's not
Dice are
happening.
not our friend today.
We didn't need that warp nacelle anyway.
Yep. So,
Uh-huh.
who wants to roll defense for the ship?
Oh no. Can it be anyone?
Yep.
Can it be
What
not
is-
the counsellor?
What is
The counselor's already called not it.
what's this?
I know
Probably
how I roll.
Jones still.
I think it probably would be me again, wouldn't it?
This
Um,
this is my drunken hat splash.
Okay.
Drunken.
So yes, unfortunately, Lieutenant Jones fails to notice the small gravitational distortions that are slightly affecting the ship's flight, and 2 fighter craft decloak one either side of the Franklin
Oh, good.
and fire torpedoes.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Nothing
Lovely.
can go wrong here.
Weep, weep, weep.
Fortunately, you already put shields up and went to red alert earlier, so
Captain, Captain, they're shooting at us.
Red alert. Bing, 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 bing.
Okay,
yes,
everybody.
Somebody needs to
We've
make a defense roll for the Franklin.
Hang on, we've been
Okay.
prepping for this for
We
months.
deal with shields and hull are both a D8 for the Franklin, and then you will be, I presume, fly, as it's going to be Lieutenant Jones.
Yep.
If we get hit, we've all got to, rock to the side.
Yes.
Everybody,
Yes.
Yeah.
everybody ready for that?
Yes.
So 2d8.
Directionality is not important.
Enthusiasm is what we need.
And you can use any relevant distinctions that you or the Franklin have. I don't think the Franklin has anything relevant at this point.
Doesn't unsafe apply just permanently?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Much like the notice hazard.
So yeah, and then for me it would be.
I should probably have phrased that more specifically, something along the notice surprise. So it's not good for finding things. It's just good for noticing things when they're trying to sneak up on me.
Flying.
But I will
would
point
definitely
out for unsafe, when a crew member takes a complication related to being injured whilst on the ship, the crew member can step up the complication to gain a plot point.
Okay.
How many skills can I use? Just one or?
Just
one. If you have a specialization, that makes it a D6 as well. That adds to it.
So
8 for helmsman. Scrapper. Does that count?
No, that's for physical fighting.
Physical.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all of it then.
Right.
Okay. That's quite a high roll.
Finally.
When we can't hurt anyone with it.
Well, we can only hurt ourselves by failing.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep. These guys are only rolling d8s, unfortunately, so they aren't getting through that. So, Lieutenant Jones, do you want to
Shields
describe
hold.
what you do to avoid these torpedoes connecting?
Well, it's full impulsed and swing towards the nearest asteroid and put the asteroid between us and the torpedoes.
Yep.
Preferably not the asteroid with the base on, though.
The small one.
The nearest, the small one, yeah.
One with the phaser phaser turret.
Yeah, one with the phaser turrets on.
Yeah, well, the
Are they on the
phaser
same-
turret network has been disabled, otherwise these would have been opening fire at the same time.
Hooray!
So you did good there.
Everything's fine.
So yes, so the two fighters have gone. There's only one person to throw to in combat, which is the Franklin. So, with the Franklin, care to return fire?
Ooh.
Captain, they've shot at us. Can we shoot back now?
Got to kill them.
Well, yeah, so we have better return fire then, if we can.
Excellent. I like this part. I'll be
They
under
do
my
also
deck.
have a comms channel, but we can do that too.
Yep. So,
Fire everything.
who wants to make that roll? Do you want to do that, Nav?
What?
Nominally,
Roll
the
the
person
dice.
the person doing the shooting would be Lieutenant Abs, but he's an NPC. So, who wants
Yeah, I
to
can
do
do that.
the shoot?
I can do that. Sure.
You can either use your own
I can
shoot
shoot
score,
things.
or you can use Lieutenant Victor's shoot score of a D12, and that will
Ooh.
be the ship's systems.
Does he have a specialization?
I haven't got that far.
Okay. I'll
Assume
use
he
mine.
does because he's ship's security officer.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll use his.
And they're too far away to notice his special asset, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you could broadcast it. It might work.
I'm going to use my first officer distinction.
Lower their morale. Behold our security officer.
This
No,
is
we
what
can't
you're
compete
fighting.
against that. No.
Be like
Gorgeous.
that scene in Carry On Up the Khyber where they all just line up and lift up their kilts.
Hey.
That is
Right.
an extraordinary success. So you
Get
get
wrecked.
D8 big damn hero dice.
Wait.
Well, hero dice. They're not big damn heroes in Starfleet.
Yeah, just hero dice, yep.
YouTube heroes?
No.
Maybe.
No.
So, do you want to describe how
You just call them big damn
how we
crooks.
fire back?
So, the Miranda is flying through space, sort of dodging and weaving. The usual thing where the phases come together and blast out in a line happen, and like just a full spread of torpedoes go out, and then they all kind of curve in together and impact on one point.
Yep. And you
Just
take
a
out one of
tiny
the two
little fighter
fighters.
just goes.
One of the
Tiny little
one of
fighter
them,
with like 14 torpedoes. One dry plane. It just atomizes completely.
Yeah. You're not getting anything from the wreckage of this one. Okay.
What wreckage?
Over to the fighters. They're, well, the remaining fighter. That's going to fire back now. So,
Right, I better do that again.
yep, if you press up on the keyboard, the up arrow, it should remember your last command. So you can just re-roll it.
Okay.
Oh god. They tried so hard, but they're still not connecting.
They physically couldn't make that.
Yeah.
Did they go to the Star Trooper aiming academy?
It does seem that way.
Stormtrooper, yeah.
No, Jones is just a hotshot.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. So Jones continuing to dodge
Tom
anything.
Paris has got nothing on me.
So the remaining fighter rolls to defend, and presumably gets immolated by somebody.
I think you even like Klingons more than he does.
Who get? So someone out. So anyone can roll for that.
Preferably someone else.
Yeah. All right, I can roll for that. Diverting power to phases. This is justify things that way. So it's okay. You got to roll. What is it? The ship's systems.
Yeah. And
And-
your shoot.
My shoot. See, my shoot's not very.
I guess you could use Victus again.
You can use
Good.
Victor's shoot of a D12.
Yes.
Or
Because
D12.
you're just diverting power.
Yeah. All right.
Victor's the one who's actually
Okay.
aiming.
So that's a D8 and a D12. Let's
Because
do
it
that.
turns out none of us are actually that good at shooting.
Yeah, it's a complicated. I'm alright. I've got a 10 in it.
Okay, true. You are the only person who's all decent at it.
There was nowhere else to put it.
I don't think any of the stuff that I have can add to that. So unless I can add
Theory.
my that's
Or I'll think
that's-
of something.
I'll think of something. I don't think that I'm not trying to fix anything. I could go for the impact. Could use this asset, the impact resonator.
Yeah, you're diverting
to
power,
speed
so
up-
you can use that.
Speed up the process. All right, so I add the D6. All right, so D8, D12, D6. Keep 2. 13.
Yep. You get a D8 big hero dice as well.
Sweet.
And
The
yeah,
phaser passes through the ship, through the next asteroid, through the next asteroid.
yeah. Yeah, there's nothing left of this fighter either.
Through the commander, who's just disappeared.
Oh dear.
He's just ghosting.
Yeah, I'm here.
Nav is just ghosting. Don't worry about it.
Ooh. Spoop.
'Tis the season.
Not bloody yes,
Oops.
it's not.
It's October. That's good enough.
Okay. So, you've taken out the 2 fighters. You've neutralized the phaser net that defends the base.
There's back
And
now.
the time has come to approach the to I guess we gotta get in that thing and figure out what's going on.
I think that's a good idea.
Also, you mentioned a break.
Yeah, should we take a
Yes,
break?
I was going to say,
Break.
this is the appropriate time to break now.
Commercials.
I broke about 3 hours ago.
I noticed that. So, we will be back
I
shortly.
was never fixed to begin with.
All right.
I'm going to go and throw the dog in the garden. Be right.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Yep, everything is perfectly normal. Boop.
Oh, that's the worst one.
That's the most terrifying one.
Kill me.
Oh,
Oh god.
Okay.
That one was bad.
Ah, right. Here we go. Okay. Are we live?
We are.
Ah, excellent.
Is that the correct makeup of your away team?
What is the correct makeup of it?
Oh, there we
Ah.
are.
Oh God, no! Not tokens.
Yeah.
Anything but tokens.
Zoom, enhance.
What?
Oh, I'm there. Hello.
How do I scroll that way?
Right. Yes. 1, 2. That looks correct, but I can only see my name and Victor's name.
Yeah. Because
Um,
they're the only ones you can control.
All right. Well, you can.
We all
actually-
can control Victor, apparently.
You can
Yes.
put nameplate. You can put nameplates on people. It just you have to go into the token.
Yeah. I've put nameplates on for everybody, so that people
Okay.
on the stream can see.
I'm gonna stop doing that now.
That's mostly overlapping for everybody, but
Okay.
yes. I thought you'd
Right.
like to have fun exploring the base, so you can all
Alright.
move yourselves around. But yes, so you've successfully defeated a couple of fighters that decloaked and attacked you. It seems our first officer is now a Tellarite.
Make it go.
So,
Boop.
you get to the base, and the base is shielded. X. I've got them locked to the grid, so they should be locked to grid squares. Roll20, I think, even lets you do it with hex, but grid is easiest. You can also just do stuff.
Playing X.
I have
values.
I have a Canard hat now.
I flipped it.
Oh, that's why you're messing around with those settings.
Ah.
Then you got very distracted.
Yes.
So, yes, the asteroid base is shielded.
Okay. So we have to get through the shield to take the shield down?
Or none of our communications are getting through.
So, and we can't
but
beam aboard.
what you can see is sort of sticking out of the asteroid is an area for several ships to dock, and also visible in the sort of surface of the asteroid is a large force field covering a shuttle bay.
Well, if it's shielded, we can't transport through. So either we shoot the shield down and risk blowing the damn thing up with the way our dice rolls have been, probably end up vaporizing the asteroid and the base on it, or we get Alex to hack the internet and take the shields down from the inside.
Or alternatively, we just climb aboard Terra and fly our way in.
Could I try? Could I try using the connection I set up with the sensor net that's feeding information back here to try and get to mess with their shields and enable us to beam aboard?
And maybe the life support systems, because if there's going to be NPC.
I'm pretty sure that's insulated from outside influence. But the shield network, because it has to interface with the phaser net.
Yeah, that's your score to beat.
Okay. And this is probably the same as last time.
Yep.
Oh, I messed up the keep too.
What?
But I will spend a point to keep it, so I can succeed.
Okay.
Damn it.
Okay.
Cool.
Let me just re-roll. Let me just roll this again, so I don't make that same mistake. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was D12. It was D12, and I'm down a point.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Shields
so
are down.
you're able to create an instability in the shields. You can't take them down completely,
Yep.
but you're able to create an instability that will let you beam an away team through into the shuttle bay.
Yeah. Basically, hijacking the interconnected protocol they have for allowing their phasers from their satellites to not interfere with their own shields.
Yes.
So I assume we're communicating. I'm, locking the transporter into the phase difference from the shields so that we can beam through.
You're not going to shoot us through the shields. Put the transporter beam through a phaser beam. And...
No, the transporter will phase corrected so that it can go through the instability. Will let us transport through.
Yep, using their own interconnected phaser network.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
So you arrive in a
Reconfigured the thingamabob.
It's okay if I reroute all the power through the EPS conduit. And
Bounce the graviton particle beam off the main deflector dish.
Alright.
You arrive in a large shuttle bay. It looks as though it's been refitted to service a pair of fighters.
I wonder where they are.
Yeah. Funny that.
Yeah.
You can see there's some spare torpedoes and things lined up on one side.
Thanks, mate.
And sort of various paraphernalia for repairing and maintaining a couple of fighter craft.
Hang on. Can I see what make the torpedoes are? Are they Federation, Klingon, Romulan?
These ones appear to be a make sold by the Ferengi.
Oh, typical.
That could explain why they weren't having much luck earlier.
Can I take a look at the crates they're in and see if I recognize any of the any shipping marks or anything point of origin other than just Ferengi? If there's any like transitway bills.
There are, but the trail for them is several years old.
And the contents look newer than the
Yes.
cartons.
So, go.
We need to.
Do notice beside each of the sort of landing zones for each of the two fighters is a this was an abandoned Federation base, but beside each of these landing points is what appears to be a Romulan console.
Oh.
Probably not important.
What make were those fighters?
They were very similar to the fighters used by the Marquis.
Peregrines.
Yes. However,
I love playing on a group of nerds.
yeah. So they're Peregrine fighters. They're similar to the ones the Marquis had. Sort of ex-surplus Starfleet type stuff. They shouldn't really have access to them. However, what you do know is they decloaked.
Yep. Which implies either
Romulans.
probably Romulans, given everything else we know. It actually implies a lot of people, but
So when we beam into the station, is it up and running, or is it like abandoned, disused when we get in there?
It looks like they're running on low power mode, trying to
Hang on.
avoid
Have
a
we
certain
been
amount of
in-
detection.
Here, where we are now.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank
Oh, I like that you put Jenkins in the middle of everyone. That thank you.
you.
That's where he'd
There's
be.
no way Jenkins is
Behind me, sir.
is beaming in a way that's going to leave him
Get down, Mr. President.
unprotected. I
Oh,
presume
God.
the two goons that Victor brought along are the other side of you. I didn't bother giving them tokens.
That's
Yeah.
fine. They can just be attached to Victor.
yes.
They're
Okay,
hidden
so
behind
it's-
Victor's abs.
So it's running on low power. So can I want to make a scan to see if there are any unusual power readings in the base.
Lieutenant, secure this area.
No unusual power readings.
I think Blodwin would probably move over towards the.
Nothing detected, sir. Oh,
Checking down the corridor.
Yes. The security people head over there immediately. Yeah.
Yep.
oh, what is?
Yeah, so
Oh
you're
no!
looking at
Oh,
the
I
Romulan
fell through the
terminals.
wall.
Yes,
Oh,
that's the only
Vernon
downside
got
of
this.
this.
Vernon jumped into space and was almost horribly killed.
Phase shifting. It must be Romulans.
So yes, you got a couple of Romulan consoles, and looks like sort of, as I say, the shuttle bay looks as though it was retrofitted to serve as a fighter launch bay. This would have, in the original facility, been where a couple of survey shuttles were kept for exploring asteroids and things like that. And also, you know that on this facility, they have larger cargo bays and larger docking facilities for resupply freighters and freighters that would ultimately take away some of the ore.
Well, I think looking at this map, that whatever's behind those force fields over here is probably going to be warranting attention. So I think we should probably move
Well,
down.
you don't know those force fields are there.
No, but
They are
I
just
see a
marked
corridor.
on this map. I couldn't be bothered to try and do fog of war and reveal
Okay.
section by section.
But yeah, we had a map of the place, so
I think generally,
How it used to
out
be,
of
at least.
character, that's where we should probably be heading.
If we have a map of the place, we know there's a crew quarters and there are cargo bays. There are these rooms that are not. We don't know what's in them. Oh.
But there's also probably an argument for going to the crew quarters and trying to subdue anyone who might come up behind us and try and kill us. I would like
Well,
to not be killed.
6
Yeah.
of us, so maybe Victor goes with one and Jones
Let's
goes with
not
another team.
split up. Aw.
Don't split the party any further.
But what could possibly go wrong? You know, if someone went out into a desert,
Don't ever ask that.
Do you want a list?
you know, with a sniper rifle. And...
Right, I'm in charge of this. Lieutenant Victor. Advance down the passageway to the left and see what's
I
down there.
realised I missed a label.
Oh, main operation. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. In that case, if we know that main operations is that way, then we'll go that way.
Oh yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yep. So
Because then we
as
can
you come
close off
out
things.
of the shuttle bay and through the doors, where you see doors marked on the map, those are locked doors you cannot pass through. Assume there would be other doors elsewhere for airlocking purposes and stuff. They wouldn't just have the shuttle bay open to space throughout the rest of the facility. As you guys emerge to this point,
Okay.
you are met by some goons with phasers here.
Oh. Hide behind the corner. Victor, forward.
Now,
Who's expendable? Science officer, charge.
right.
That is certainly not going to help.
Now, last time when we had some hand-to-hand combat, we ended up with me rolling as Victor against myself.
Right.
So the way it's going to work this time is that when you throw to Navarin, he chooses either to act as himself or to order Victor.
Perfect.
And so
Fair.
you will be doing the dice rolling for Victor. And his
I can
security
do
goons.
Good idea.
The counselor has a flip chart of what happens to people who lose Victor.
Yes.
Nope, really, actually.
It's a flip chart.
So yes. So that's how we're going to work this, because I thought it reflects the idea that you're in command. So you get to control an NPC, or make a shot yourself. You have got pretty good shoot skills.
I'm
So-
just filling in
Better
Victor's crew sheet. I'm actually going to give him a D10 physical and a D6 mental. Is
Yes,
that okay?
that seems pretty good.
That
Technically,
seems
it
like
should
him.
be a it goes down to D6. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, because his social is enhanced by the abs.
That makes sense.
Yep. Okay.
And we know he has a D12 shoot. So
Yes. that was about as far as I got with his
Okay.
characterization. The two security
Labor,
guards
probably.
with you are both a D8 and get rolled
Okay.
just as effectively assets that Victor has. So you can
Oh,
roll
sweet,
2
okay.
D8s.
Cool.
So they basically attack and block as a unit.
Would you like me to make
So
a
Victor deploys
defensive
them like
roll
Pokemon. Got it.
With it? I'm a Pokemon trainer. Victor, I choose you.
I want to be the very best.
Would you like me to roll as him on defense, or is he starting off firing?
Well, since you get surprised, shouldn't they
Yeah,
fire
you
first?
guys are getting surprised, so he will be
Yep,
defending. As you made him go first. Yeah.
Oh.
Plus, D8.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
Oh, hang on. Plus D12 plus D.
His move is probably pretty good.
Is it rolling? Is he roll? What's his move? Or is he rolling shoot to like?
He's shooting back. It's Victor.
Yeah.
The phasers will just glance off his glorious ass.
Okay, well, I'm rolling that as shoot. There we go. Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh.
You
Okay,
didn't
two.
keep 2.
Oh, okay.
Well, there goes the
It's
corridor.
Still a 15.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
a
15. But with a complication. Oh dear.
Yeah. So
Oh!
Victor gets a plot point.
You might want to spend one of your plot
think-
points.
I think the goons
Yeah,
probably try and
but,
fire, and one of the phasers just blows up in their hand.
Victor doesn't have any plot points.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah.
Now he does.
Basically, because that's effectively a D8 there, he loses both red shirts he brought with him. They're just instantly
Alright.
immolated. Victor survives,
No, Ant and Ricky.
shooting back, but yeah,
He takes a complication though because he had that jinx.
yes.
Rolled a 1.
Well, isn't the complication that
The complication
red
here
shirts.
is that he lost both red shirts. A fail would
Oh,
have
okay.
lost him 1. The fact that he's also got the jinx means he loses
Sure.
2. So he's lost both red shirts he brought with him.
Okay.
They lasted incredibly long.
Yeah.
Well, they lasted until we encountered someone else.
They entirely did their job. They are fully ablative armor for Jenkins.
Yes.
Yes.
And so, the goons are going to throw to Jenkins, so that Jenkins can choose whether to have Victor act or act himself.
Okay, what's most likely to get Victor killed in this situation?
If he gets mad and attacks them, it's like, you killed my ensigns or my personnel.
Victor angry.
Yeah, Victor, Lieutenant, I order you to deal with those men.
Okay. So, the 3 guys defend. Ooh, Jinx.
D10, D12, D6.
He doesn't get his 2d8s anymore.
No.
Oh! He can't win that either.
Nope.
he has a plot point.
Yeah, but his defender
yes.
wins in a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can.
I know.
But
Throw to... I can't throw to the goons, they've already gone, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
You need to throw to somebody who hasn't gone, so somebody on your team.
Throw to Powell.
Now, as this is a fail for Victor to shoot at the goons, that means they're going to injure him.
Okay, sure.
So Victor gets a D6 phaser wound.
Alright.
And
a shame
inexplicably, his shirt gets torn.
It's a shame the doctor's not here this week, isn't it?
It's also a shame you
also a
didn't
shame
bring
you
any
kept the
medical
only other
personnel.
medical-
You didn't bring the counsellor. You didn't bring any NPC med techs. Nothing.
We weren't ready for this.
It's almost like I was hoping someone would get killed.
But yes,
you managed to get
inexplicably,
your
when he
shirt
gets
off.
shot by the phaser, his uniform gets ripped, revealing his abs. So, for future roles, Victor's abs are now on display and
Nice.
can be made use of. They are one of his signature
Alright.
assets, after all.
Okay.
roll his abs as a d6.
No, they're a D8. It's an 8-pack.
Oh, of course, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, right, yes, a d8. Can't go higher than
I
a
just
D8.
I just added it to the signature assets thing on his sheet, and I just realised that my brain saw me writing it and went, "Why has he got automatic braking system?"
ABS has kicked in. Airbags shoot out.
So, who is taking a shot?
You threw to me, didn't you?
Yes, I threw to Havoc.
Yes. In that case, more hacksmanship, I guess, where I'm going to be trying to set up some environmental advantages by getting access to some of the ship's system from a nearby console.
Okay. There is a nearby console that you can see at the end of the corridor here.
But I have to
You're
go
going to
through
have to run across the field of fire to get to it first, so that will be physical and move.
Yep. Does this count as fleeing? Does running through gunfire?
Yes.
Technically, you're going into the gunfire, but
But you want to hopefully emerge on the other side.
Reverse fleeing.
flee towards the enemy is the best way.
It's the last thing I would expect.
That's your roll to beat.
That's a tough one. Because I'm running through gunfire, I'm going to roll a little nervous as a D4.
Yep. So you get a plot point for that.
So it's...
Put you back to 2 plot points. I'll keep track of those because you guys can't move yourselves across from screen to screen, I don't think. Oh,
That is
wow.
unfortunate.
Well, you get another plot point.
Ooh.
But unfortunately, you take a D8 phaser wound.
Oh.
We'll have to start calling you Phaser Magnet.
This happens a lot so far. This seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Amusingly, the D4 I rolled was one of my highest rolls. So I'm guessing I try to charge through, get shot in the leg again, and kind of just stumble and just kind of fall on my face after kind of throwing myself through there.
Yeah, pretty much, I'm afraid.
Captain,
Phaser wound?
we're encountering enemy resistance. We're under fire.
Okay. Anybody else? Who do you
Captain,
throw
stop
to?
sighing. I can hear you. Yeah.
And I'm going to throw at this stage to Bloodwind.
That's probably a good idea.
Alright.
So, Bloodwind, there are 3 goons firing phasers at you from here.
And the question is, can I get close enough to stab them?
You have a phaser.
Klingons
Yes.
manage it all the time. I don't know how. They just
True,
sort
but I
of
don't
do
know
it.
if you've noticed, my shoot is 4.
Ah, right.
I'm pretty sure... Like, your character just rushes in there. There's no way around that.
Yeah, I've got an 8 move, so
Okay.
if I roll move, and then do I have to roll move then shoot?
Just
Or
move
fight.
this time round. As you're
Yeah,
charging
so
them.
it's physical.
If you were already in combat range, you would just roll fight instead, but you're moving to engage. That's
Hey,
the
Velk.
defense roll.
2 so far. 2 of
Yeah.
ours.
They've killed 2 unnamed NPCs, red shirts so far.
Yep. I mean,
So
we technically brought down 2 enemy fighters, but importantly, I got 2 of our NPCs killed.
And you're making good progress on the third.
Yes.
Note that Victor is not dead yet.
Scrapper, I think, would probably count, wouldn't it, for move?
Yes.
The fighting, so...
Running into a fight seems appropriate here.
Indeed. So,
Note that Science Officer Alex Powell is more injured than Victor.
Yes.
Yeah. So I said
Yeah.
it's the start.
Yeah. You know, this is
Oh,
the first.
yeah.
Oh, nobody's rolls today.
You might want to
Wow.
keep one of those to...
Yeah, spend a plot point, you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plot point.
Yeah. Where is Bloodwin? Bloodwin only has 1 plot point, so that's your only plot point gone.
Yeah, just use it. Just use it.
Yep. So that is a success. So you take out one of the mooks. Do you want to describe how you do that?
Just basically.
Bop them on the
Charlie,
head.
it's a good day for you to die.
Exactly. Charge and jump basically bodily straight at the mook, knock them flying, and proceed to punch them silly.
Okay. So they're taken out. So there's 2 mooks left. Who do you throw to? You have Vernon or Petra left.
I shall throw to Vernon since he's on the correct side of the corridor to access that thing, the console.
Now, do that. There's 2 of them left down there. Okay, I'm going to rip open the console and try and use some parts to rig a tricorder to be basically an electrical shock thing that I'm going to throw at them.
Yep.
So make it into basically an electrical grenade to electrocute the people down there.
Okay, so that will be... We'll do the grenade making first. And that will be craft gadgets and your mental.
Okay, so
I'll think of something probably also applies.
Yeah, I was gonna. But so that's I can roll that as a 4 if I want to get a plot point. And jury rig doesn't really apply because it's fixed, and this is craft. So let's see, so D12 and the gadgets. The specialization you roll as a
6.
6, right?
You've only got to beat a 6.
All right. I mean, in that case, I will. Oh, it's dodgy, but I will roll my. I'll think of something as a D4.
Yep.
And mental as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Throw enough men at it, it'll work.
Okay, and then keep 2.
Yep, get there with a complication.
That's fine. I'm not going to take advantage of that because he's got enough plot points right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
See, Haz, this is what you do. You get a load of plot points, and he won't take advantage anymore.
yeah. And so, yep, you get a D8 electric tricorder bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to throw it, are you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna lob it at them.
Okay. Physical and throw, please.
So physical is 6, throw is 4. This should be good.
Yeah.
Thing is, with Vernon, he's too focused on this, and he won't think to give it to anyone else. Just like, I've got this.
At that point, Bloodwin just goes, "No, wait, don't." Oh,
Let's see.
dink.
You physically can't make this, I don't think.
Nope.
Hmm.
I thought 2
Not
D8s was being fairly fair, and then that I was not expecting to roll that high.
You've been rolling that high a lot.
Let's see. I don't think there's anything else I can add to this. No. Wait.
No. Hats. Add the impact hammer. Will that help?
I can serve it up.
Ladder up.
Exactly my thinking.
Yes. All right. Adding a D6. Let's do
Does
this.
that help? Yes, because then you can spend a plot point and keep one.
All right. Let's do it.
You also add the bonus.
That ain't gonna. Doesn't matter.
You did forget about the bonus, the D8 of the bomb itself.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh crap. That's dumb.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll let you
so-
re-roll that and add the
Yeah.
D8.
I was too focused on everything else. Okay, that's my bad. Let's try that again.
Wing,
got
better,
into
better,
character,
better,
Hats.
If you keep a point, you can do it.
Yes, that'll
All
do.
right. Spend a point, plot point, and keep the 3.
Yep.
You can't keep the one that doesn't count.
No, I know. All right. Well,
Okay.
It rebounds off the wall.
Just power up the resonator.
I
so it
will
just starts
give you a plot
vibrating.
point back. And yeah, you're a little bit shaken from the impact resonator.
Yeah, I'm just like,
You're vibrating.
He's now
Yep.
he's now more canard.
Well, no, I'm going to
No.
assume your nerdness has worn off now.
yeah.
I'm forgetting to roll it.
Can I
so
just-
yes, everybody in the range of the tricorder is now going to have to defend.
Oh boy.
And Hat, what I would like you to do
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
decide what they're defending against
Mm.
is I'd like you to roll. Let's see, it's going to be the D8 for the
Grenade.
grenade, and we'll roll your craft skill.
Okay. All right.
So that
D8
includes
and a
you
D8.
defending for this, Bloodwin.
So D8 and a D12.
Yep.
So I have to roll that, right? The D8 and the D12.
Yeah.
So
But
wait, no, hang on.
let Fox.
Okay, right.
Yeah. What am
I
I?
had the order, had the
defending?
order mixed up.
Am I defending?
You're defending
Safe.
against having an electric tricorder
Yeah.
bomb thrown at your
Thrown
feet.
at you. Yeah. How do I defend against what?
So I presume physical and move to just run the fuck away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it.
D10. D8. Would Scrapper work? we're in a
No,
fight?
you're disengaging from a fight here.
Mm.
Okay.
All right. 14.
Okay.
Okay. And so D8 and D12. Hop. Oh.
So you get a D8 extraordinary hero dice for your extraordinary success against the goons. That's an extraordinary success against the goons, so they are both taken out by the tricorder impact.
Nice.
That is a success against Bloodwin as well.
Mm.
So Bloodwin, D6 electrical burns.
I'm helping. All taken care of, Commander.
Ow.
Yeah, you don't quite get out of range in time.
You see a few wisps of smoke coming up from behind her.
So yeah, the two mooks that got hit by the electrical current are dead. Bloodwin,
Oh.
the one you attacked, dead or knocked out?
Knocked out.
Okay.
I was defending myself.
So you currently have one unconscious person.
Hmm. I move that we have Petra question them.
Let's have
I
it.
mean,
Out.
I will refer you back to your mission orders.
Oh. What are our mission orders?
Seize the place.
Suggestions, really.
So Jenkins is actually like hunched down in the corner with his fingers in his ears and his eyes closed. So one of you could possibly poke him and find out what he wants you to do,
Oh,
or just
okay.
carry on with getting the mission done. Like you're honestly better off without him.
So you just imagine Jones just coming back carrying this frazzled goon who's just a hair frazzled and just drop the goon in front of Jenkins.
Oh, do you do that?
I think I could do that, and then probably land up punching Vernon. Would you like me to roll for that?
Yes, and Vernon
no.
needs to roll to not get hit.
I am
Alright.
also going to roll, but I'll
I
let you know
guess
when it is in a minute, Cube.
So is that physical and move for me
Yeah.
to defend? Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm trussing up our guest.
Move is a D4. That would be
I'm
fun.
assuming, because Petra is one of these people who thinks ahead, that she brought some transporter transponder tags so she can tag the unconscious goons for beam out.
Indeed. Also handy for crew members. Handy.
Alright, so
Okay, now I have this great vision of just running down the hallway, smacking one on the back of somebody, keep going, and then just have them beam out.
Yep.
alright, so if I'm
Directly into the holding bay.
Do I roll
cells.
first, or do you?
I think I roll
The
first.
defender rolls first.
So,
Or the mess hall, depending.
And my physical is D6.
Toast chamber.
And my move is D4. Alright. Well, beat this. Well, okay. Well, alright.
Okay.
Yep, so your shaken is now at a D8.
Hooray! I'm just
That was quite an impact from Blodwin's fist there.
Lloyd is now shaken and stirred.
Yes. Okay, Blodwin. From your run down the corridor, you can see to here, and you know that it is safe. You can see to here, and you know that it is safe.
Hang on, can I just interrupt for it? Like, do an interrupt.
Yeah?
So
There you go, roll, wouldn't you?
I'm going to roll. That is a 14 to notice the regulation violation of striking a superior officer.
Yep. Yep, you definitely noticed that.
I noticed that.
I think Lloyd noticed it too.
Shut up, you don't count.
It's up to you what you do about
Fine.
that.
Well, you see, what I'm going to do here is engage Prime Defective.
Oh no.
Now look, everybody, the Starfleet protocol says that encouraging team cohesion is a priority at all times, so we're going to sing a little song together.
Oh,
Everybody with me?
Just like,
I'm very, very carefully looking at the transponder tags.
I am currently trying to get up.
Anybody?
no.
I start singing a Klingon drinking song.
That was not quite what I meant, but good job.
The great thing
Can I have a plot
as
point?
well at the moment is because you're all on the other scene, I can arrange Nav's plot points how I like.
Oh
Stop
no!
me.
No! Shit.
Oh no. We
So he's got his plot
he's-
point for that.
we need to get into
Participation
Operation.
is as mandatory as you choose.
Yep.
So, where are you guys heading to?
we need to get into operations and try and not have to get everyone shooting at us.
Are there any sensor panels in here that I could hack into and see if I can see where there's other people placed in the facility?
Your best bet for finding those will be in operations.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
I'm staying far behind Lieutenant Jones.
Come back here, you. Come back here.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
We're going to operations.
Run away. Alright.
limping.
I'm just like holding my face and like, oh, yeah,
Jones is just looking very pissed and very frazzly hair. Frazzled.
The head tips are just
So
smoking a little.
I gently direct Blodwin in the direction of main ops and follow behind.
Okay.
I like that Victor is staying behind.
He's still
He's helping me walk.
The two.
Victor can watch. You don't know who's in crew quarters.
Jenkins hasn't moved.
No, okay. I will. I don't want to get left behind. I'll follow along.
Don't worry,
Okay,
I'll be
I'm
right
gonna-
behind you.
So we have a door
Miles.
Yeah.
that is
Door.
locked.
Yes.
Hacksmanship?
Yep.
And hacks the door open.
So, yeah, mental operate science officer as per usual.
Your score to beat is a 12.
That's not correct at all.
Oh.
And open it while ducking around the side of the door.
And
Oh, hey, the door went away.
There are 3 more personnel inside.
Ah.
You have the drop on them, though.
And Bloodwind is right there.
Yep.
I think we know what happens.
So,
Yep.
Havoc, you get to pick who goes first in combat.
It's Bloodwind.
Kill.
Just immediately
Kill.
cast.
Kill.
I see no other way of this happening.
There's 3 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess I'm like over here by Vernon, having just opened the door and ducked out of the way.
So, that's your score to beat.
This time I will also bring out the Dat Tang because I am royally pissed. So we've got one unconscious survivor. The orders
Oh,
didn't
no.
say anything about any more. Oh, you!
Oh. Yeah.
What is wrong with my torpedoes today?
If you have a
Something
big
wrong with
damage,
our ships today. I don't know. I can't see the other screen. Don't think. I don't think as I used
I don't
to.
even think you have the
No,
plot
you
point.
don't.
No, I don't have the plot point. So
oh, okay.
I am giving you a plot point. You now have 2 plot points.
Uh-oh.
And in addition to your D6 electrical burns, you now have
Oh, God.
D8 phaser burns.
Oh no. Oh no.
okay. Yep.
Actually, no, that's a D10 phaser burns.
Oh.
That's
Ooh,
2
dear.
ones.
Well, there goes the rest of the
And
hair.
the fail.
Because you failed the roll generally, so...
Mhm.
So to fail on the roll, which was going to be an injury anyway, and then 2 ones, I'm afraid that's a D10.
So,
Okay.
am I still up, or have I been
Yes,
taken out yet?
it's when it goes above a D12
Alright.
that you get taken out.
So, 2 more.
I'm on it.
I know.
So, yeah, you run into the
It's a
room.
shame you don't
and
have any medical
basically-
personnel.
You thought you had the drop on them, but they heard the door open, swung round, and you just basically ran into a crossfire of phaser beams. You're now sort of slumped, huddling behind a terminal. Who do you throw to for combat?
That will be our Lord and God Victor, I think.
Well, technically Jenkins, so he gets to choose what happens.
Jenkins, of course, yes.
Right, so as
What's the
Jenkins
law?
hears the shooting and goes like flying, diving to the floor and crouches in a basically just hides as best he can. Victor will round the corner. How many are left?
3.
All
Yeah,
of them.
okay, he'll go right for them, and he's going to shoot at them.
Okay. And Victor had a D6 as well, so...
D10, D12, D6. I don't know what distinctions he has.
You can
so-
roll his abs.
Yes.
As a distraction.
Yep.
Well, we
didn't
got
need
there.
So he takes out one of the goons. 2 left.
I
Who
told
do you
him
throw
to do that.
You're taking the credit for it.
So,
Yes.
who are you throwing to?
Who hasn't gone yet?
Like anyone else.
Petra, Havoc, or Vernon.
Yeah, throw it to Petra. See what you can do.
Wondering if it's worth going after that other door just to surprise them, but they know we're here, so I have a whole lot of very practical and not very useful skills.
It's interesting that your first officer chose to bring you on a likely combat-oriented mission, really.
Hey! There's probably going to be a need to procure and arrange supplies and things when we get, when we've killed everyone.
Captured everyone. I mean...
No, definitely killed everyone.
So that's called looting.
Yes. I figure you're good at that.
Guilty as charged. What kind of locks are on these doors? Just a standard lock or some sort of personnel sensor?
Standard electronic lock, easily overridden.
Oops, sorry. That was not supposed to happen. I was like, oh, there's a mute there. Too late.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's just follow the rest of the Brute Squad in. So I'm going to head over to where Lieutenant Jones is and try and punch somebody.
Okay. That'll be physical.
Try and create a little bit of chaos and actually distract them from other people coming in.
That'll be physical and move. And you don't have...
And fight?
No, just move, because you're running into combat here. I finally started rolling low, so you've got a good chance here.
You say that, and yet...
You're not me.
Move.
You have an actual chance.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
You were saying?
Don't you have anything that applies here as well?
I know a lot of people and I know a lot of things. I don't actually do a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, you're going to get a D8 phaser burns as well.
This is going well.
Captain.
It's almost like the metagame version of me is trying to get us into the worst possible situation.
Captain, you realise that the crew hasn't checked in for a little while. You may choose at any point to check in with the crew or have some reinforcements beam in.
Actually, how close am I to people? Can I smack somebody with a transponder tag and get him transported out?
Only Blodwin at the moment.
Darn.
I was going to say, at this point, I've probably just found the bar.
Good shout. Good shout.
Are you partaking or just smashing it with a baseball bat in revenge?
that or she's just sitting there with the...
The counselor's in there as well.
I'm just like, oh. Where did I go wrong?
The counsellor's actually tending the bars. She's multitasking.
One for you, one for me. One for you, one for me. One for you, two for me. None for you, three for me.
Either of these glasses might.
Okay, so you have Vernon or Alex can go next.
Let's throw to Vernon.
Okay. So Bloodwind, Petra, there. Victor's back here.
Oh shoot! I'm close to the grenade magnet.
Maybe no more grenades.
Well, he only had one tricorder on him, so
yeah, I can't make another one.
Or can he?
Unless I try and pickpocket it off someone else, but that seems like a bad idea.
No. Probably just throw his hammer at me.
You do realise there is another access panel here.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You also have a communicator. I mean,
True, I have access to a lot of things.
Everybody's dying! Help! Ah! Ow.
Actually, I think what happens is just communications cut in. It's just mid and then comes out again.
Okay.
Ravenous bug bladder beast of Arg.
There's a panel over there.
Cornwall.
What the? Bees! Space bees!
Space bees!
Bees.
They're in the engine.
You know what? I think I'm trying not to endanger so many other people who are already very badly hurt.
Why would you do that? I don't
That's a
understand.
bad idea. So
It's
I feel like
self-preservation.
I feel like I'm upset that I'm feeling that I need to make up for injuring Bloodwin. So I'm just grab the hammer and charge at one of the people.
Yep.
It's just like just grab.
Roll the jinx. Roll the jinx. Roll the...
hammer down.
Oh, right. Hammer.
Well, I've got a jinx on there, so you could spend a plot point to take advantage of that.
Do I do that before or after I roll? Or just
Before.
Yeah.
What does that do?
You can give them the complication.
If he gives them a complication, it means he gets to roll an extra d6.
Alternatively, he can step back one of his own
Yes, he can step back his own
complications.
So since I can't, oh, bless you. Since I can't see my, oh, there it is.
You have 2 plot
there it
points
goes.
and 2 d8 hero dice.
Okay, complications. Because nerd wore off.
Yeah.
You've shaken at
You
D8.
just have shaken a d8, which is the third d8 I rolled there against you.
Right. Okay. I will give them a complication with that jinx.
Yep. What complication would you like to give them?
Disoriented
Yep.
from
that
being
seems good.
charged by the two already there.
At the end, it's like you have the the two big badass people come through,
And Victor.
and then you have
Victor's abs are distracting.
yes,
Also, yeah,
you have
disoriented.
Boyd running you.
Yeah.
You're very confused.
Yep. So yes, so you can roll an extra d6 against these guys.
Cool. All right. So if I assume that I'm rolling physical.
And move.
So I need to move, and the d6 from that. And do I roll the impact resonator as well?
Yes.
Okay, let me get this right. Physical, d6. Move is a d4, which is less good. And then everything else was. Okay, so I've got 3d6 actually. So if I do roll /R 3d6. D4 and keep 2, that should work, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just checking. Oh.
I think on d6s you can't beat this. You need to spend a plot point.
Okay, who hacked in the Roll20 database and wrecked all our rolls?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
So even
It
if
keeps average rolls
even if
then
you
by
keep-
12.
the d
So this,
an extra
With-
3, that
which will get me up
isn't-
to a 12. That's
12.
not enough.
But you
You
can
could
use one of your
spend
hero
a plot
dice.
point
Two
and roll one
two
of your
plot
hero
points
dice.
gets there.
He's only
Yeah,
got one
so
left.
I've only got one left now.
Oh,
Yeah, if you spend a plot point and roll a big damn hero dice, that could get it.
Yeah.
How big's the dice?
He's
D8.
got d8s.
Okay, 10, 11, 12.
He needs to roll a 5 or above. So he's
5
got a
or
50-50
higher.
chance.
he needs a 6
or higher.
or
6 or
above,
above. Sorry, yes.
6 or above.
because 5 ties it.
It's either that or
that's
we take more
3/8
damage.
possibility.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take the plot point. Well, I'm gonna spend plot point and roll the hero dice.
Okay.
So that's just roll a d8.
Yep.
Single d8, right? Alright. Yeah!
No.
Yeah!
I love this.
Wow.
I love
Vernon-
this so much.
Vernon runs into the room, screaming with his hammer. He's not actually going to take any damage because they're so disoriented by the sight of Vernon just running in with his hammer. But they lay down a field of phaser fire, and so Vernon is stuck hiding behind the same console as the other two.
Okay. So I'm, here?
Yep.
Okay.
We're just lined up.
Success!
So that just leaves,
I didn't get hit.
That just leaves Alex.
Yeah, so, for Alex.
You
Come on,
see
save
this
us,
panel right here?
save us all!
The other two goons are hiding behind terminals here and here. This is an old Starfleet base.
Oh,
Federation
you know what that
base.
means?
Yeah, it means no fuses.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. So I'm going to try and overload those using this panel here. I'm going to try and overload the two panels they're hiding behind.
Yep.
And science, Starfleet stuff. So science officer. But wait, you said this was a mining base, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what are these panels specifically?
These are just access panels in the corridor for information.
Okay, that's what I'm working on. But what are the ones they're next to?
They're in operations, so there'll be panels for controlling various functions. Usually, Federation technology, most panels can be reconfigured for any job.
Okay.
So,
Okay. 2d10 plus a d8.
yeah. I need to roll
and I
your
can
D8.
wait. Oh, and would what?
I need to remember to roll your D8 for your leg wound because that's distracting you.
Okay. And also, can I use my tricorder to help out with this?
Yes.
So 2d10s and a d8.
Yep. 13 to beat.
Hey!
Not there. With the
Somebody-
complication.
Somebody's competent.
Yep. So you explode the panel. You only get one of them, I'm afraid. But you explode one and take out one of the goons. There's just one guy left.
If I spent a plot point, could I get rid of the? Could I
Yes,
keep the
turn
6
it
and
into an
get rid of both?
extraordinary success. Yeah, and then that will be.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
And so you get a D8. There you go, D8. And it's an extraordinary success. So you get both of them. They are
Yep.
they are very dead.
Mm.
Wait,
And meanwhile, that punch that Vernon took knocked all notion of fuses right out of his head.
Yeah, I'm just backing up.
It's like, oh man, we should have something that stops that explosion. But,
No, just this is a normal part of Starfleet operations.
Yep.
It's fine.
So you
Unfortunately-
have one more unconscious goon.
All right, we
Two
didn't
very dead
kill
ones.
everybody.
tie him up and tag him.
Yep.
Bag and tag.
well, explosions from consoles. It always happens. It always seems to happen on NPCs, so we're never sure if they're dead or not in the shows.
You ever see them again?
Yeah, you never see them again. But
Yeah.
They went to live in a farm upstate.
yes, I have
Okay.
teleported them to a farm upstate. Okay, so with the remaining panels there, we need to start trying to figure out what's going on the ship, on the station.
Yep. Who wants to?
So if I get access to one, I want to start looking at sensors and see if I can see where there's warm bodies or not so warm bodies running around.
Yep. You have a look. From what you can tell, it looks as though they were clearing this base out. This was a skeleton crew left to set some destination charges, and then they were due to be picked up in a couple of hours.
Jenkins walks in. Ah, well done, everybody. I see my expert leadership there really helped us win the day.
Meanwhile, everybody's like clutching wounds and
You
just
say detonation charges. Have they set those already?
About half have been set.
Okay.
Are they timed?
No, triggered.
Where's the trigger?
Yeah.
One of the guys has got it on his body. It's a little
Okay,
bit fried now.
Want to make sure that doesn't go off, so keep a handle on that.
Something's happening. Dead man switch.
Petra,
Sir.
I would like you to roll mental and notice, please.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Ugh.
Yes, that sound.
Sounds about right.
So yes, you don't notice the extra thing, so that's fine. Anything anybody else would like to check for or learn about?
So when we did that check, did we figure out how many people were still on here?
As far as you can tell, it's just you guys.
Okay.
I'll just have a look at their weapons. Are they? What weapons were they shooting me with?
A wide variety of different disruptors. Couple of Ferengi sold ones. One of them's using an old Klingon disruptor.
Backseat.
Captain, come in.
Yep.
I have secured the station. It is now safe for our crews to come aboard.
Well, we have to finish, as far as we are able to determine from the onboard sensors, at least.
Right.
That's what I said.
That is, in fact, not what you said. What you said was a lot safer than the actual reality.
You are going on a charge.
I roll to disbelieve. What you said.
Hey, I was rolling really well, Falk. Yes, I'd like to cash in all of my plot points to make that situation come out with me as the hero of the hour.
Not enough plot points in the world.
Okay, so while you guys have access to the consoles before you send down any engineers, anything else you guys want to check?
Yes, I want to attempt to... So I'm assuming that the sensor net, defense net, was controlled from here, correct?
Yes.
I would like to mess around with the friend-foe defensive status things, so that our ship and the station are friends, and the incoming ships could potentially be foes, and then undo my disabling.
Yep. That takes a little while. Seems that somebody had hacked in and caused a few issues with it.
Yes, but I know exactly what those hackings were.
Yes.
So
they'd bodged trying to fix it, so they made it a bit worse. But you hack in and you're able to switch the friend-foe identifiers.
okay, so we have a bit of defense when the people coming in 4 hours to try and pick them up. We'll have a bit of an advantage here.
I noticed that we've got some force fields off in another area, so I'd like to make sure we explore the base.
Okay.
See if there's anything else around.
I will probably be an idea just to see if there's any logs in the computer.
I might try actually restoring full power since it's on emergency power at the moment.
Yep. Full power is easily restored. They were deliberately running on emergency power mode to try and be stealthy. They looked as though they were clearing out. As you know, they were a skeleton crew, so they were obviously afraid of being discovered.
Beep boop.
Lieutenant Jones, you start trying to check the logs, and you discover that most of the computer core's memory has been deleted and reformatted.
Bloody Windows 10.
Yeah, there's a little message just saying all your files are where you left them. So, who is going to check out the force fielded areas?
Ha! I mean, not me.
I will go to try it because I can maybe take down the force field or something.
I'm assuming I'm busy messing with the defense grid right now.
Yeah.
I called for investigation, so me, obviously.
Stay away from me.
Since lines of communication are open, I calm over. Do you need any medical assistance?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I've been punched in the face. Is that?
We have
Meanwhile,
3 to 4 cases of phaser wounds, 1 case of punched in the face, minor electrical burns. I think that's it.
Fine.
One case of a crew member being electrocuted by enemy
combatant.
Yes, enemy action. And 1 case of a blow to the face, yes, but again, all enemy. I will look. You two, I want to talk to you two later, okay?
You're on top
So
of me.
I'm going to, as part of this, mess with the shield so that they can beam in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Med techs get sent over to start healing people up.
Yep.
Also, we beam our captives back to the
I need to
counselor.
continue to mess with the defense grid.
Captives.
Oh, captain.
We have
Yeah, you've got 2.
Yeah, Wilbur may or may not have killed one.
What? Just while I was lying down?
Yeah, just for fun.
Okay,
No,
captive.
We have two captives of lives, 2 captives dead, 4 people dead due to electrical explosions.
I don't think we really call them captives when they're dead.
Okay,
Or our missions would sound a lot more successful.
so you have you've come to explore the area up here. These look to be storerooms and various equipment rooms that have been refitted recently to act as jail cells. The first 4 you encounter are empty, although the force fields are active. The one at the very end of the corner contains a Romulan.
At this point, I'll be getting me phaser out. Oh, no, tang out and holding it tightly.
Sacrificial. I mean, investigation team. What have you found?
Romulan.
There's one. Yeah, there's a one prisoner.
Excellent. Take him prisoner and get him beamed back to the ship.
Take him re-prisoner.
He's already a
Reprison him.
prisoner, sir.
Take the prisoner.
Claim the prisoner for us.
Ship him up to the ship, beam ship.
Can someone
Ship
beam me a
out.
flag?
The Romulan demands you release him immediately.
We will absolutely release him immediately into our custody.
Lodwin Jones suggests that the Romulan just come with them and don't be stupid.
He accepts.
I
He realizes-
ask for their identification.
Good. Thank you.
He demands to speak to Admiral Rollins.
Oh, that's gonna be a problem.
It could be arranged.
No.
I mean,
Admiral Rollins is alive. It was
but say
Captain
Rollins
Ambrose who died.
yeah, it was Captain Ambrose that died.
Oh, right.
Unless there's been some sort of wrestling incident that.
All right, we will
Knocks
take
out.
him in custody to Admiral Rollins. At least tell him that.
Yep.
Get him on the goddamn ship. Look, ship, beam me home. I'm getting scared. I mean, bored.
I'm gonna.
Please remember that they are expecting another ship to come pick them up in a couple of hours. We should
We
try
will
to
be
also
long
seize that
gone.
kit, probably.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
really?
whatever it takes to basically get this guy transported back to the ship.
I'm gonna set up a site-to-site transport so that he gets beamed to the brig. If we have,
Yes.
do we have a brig?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think we can probably use one of the floors that you can't really access and can't get in or out of as a temporary brig, and just beam him into there, and then beam him out of there once we're finished.
Beam him in there and
But if-
hope he survives.
But if it's not accessible, then yeah.
Wait,
We have probably improvised a brig for the counselor
Maybe so.
after her benders.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's use councillors' quarters. They're reinforced.
That's true. And there's plentiful
The
supply
bed
of
is, at
drink.
least.
Yes, Keith, thank you.
Also, the spell as it being basically a guest room.
oh hey, we're back.
And yeah, so
Oh, you monster! I can't interact with them. Eh. Eh. Just-
there you go. That's going to bug him because they don't overlap properly.
It's alright, it's like the Olympic rings, I can handle it.
No, it isn't. If you look at the one on the...
Shut up.
Just move it fractionally.
I've just got to go AFK for a little while, so...
Well, I'm
I
I'm
think
about to
soon
wrap
we're
this up
supposed to
because we
finish
are.
there.
yeah,
We
so
are 10
soon we've
o'clock,
sort of
so-
come back. So I will be back in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will wrap up there.
Yeah.
For this episode.
So we have a captive Romulan.
You have a captain.
And two other captives.
We'll be revisiting him at some point.
An astounding success there, I think.
No,
We-
critical failure. Victor's still alive.
I tried the best I could.
He was actually probably, apart from you, the least wounded person.
His shirt did get taken off though.
Look,
That's
I
for the
tried.
best.
That
He
just makes
took
him
enough-
stronger.
He took
does.
enough firepower to take out a normal character, but he had goons with him, so he survived. All right, don't
He
put
had-
this on me.
He had meat shields.
Yeah,
And
His
he
meat
comes
shield
back,
saves
his
him.
shirt is off.
Yeah.
Well ripped.
and he's suffering from
Yeah.
third-degree burns.
I just bring him to my rooms to treat him.
Oh,
So what you're saying is he's mostly naked and hot.
I don't want to know what you're into. He's going to be in so much pain.
He's got a cream
I'm a
for it.
licensed physician.
No, you're
So-
not.
Right, I'm a trained physician. There's a big
No,
difference.
you're not.
No,
I actually am.
you're a psychiatrist.
Yeah, you're a psychiatrist.
But you do have the experience with how to prescribe drugs.
Yeah, here's 5,000 different types of painkiller. I'll have fun tonight, but tomorrow you'll be in a world of shit.
No.
So all that remains for you guys to do is to name the episode.
Ooh.
Captain Satomi, I hereby recommend that you transfer Lieutenant Victor to your ship immediately.
I wouldn't say no. I think I like that
No.
idea.
No. No.
Ha!
And this is where we find out exactly why the counselor still manages to get a job.
Desperation play. Hail Mary, Mother of Jesus. The name of the episode. Well, what do we do?
This was the most bumbling invasion I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really was.
Drunk and disorderly.
Maybe something to do with it.
Thought we were.
Nerd and disorderly.
Well,
Nah.
yeah, the thing is with drunk and disorderly, it actually works on multiple levels. Because our
Is it-
fights were all disorderly.
All over the place.
Although, when
Also
we were fighting on the
disorderly.
ship, we were kicking
Dis-
butt.
And
Oh, yeah.
orderly. Disorderly over here. This guy.
Alright. Disorderly combat.
Unless anyone can go on anything better. What happened? What took place?
Well, we mostly got very drunk. And
Yeah, we
then,
got
We
drunk.
bumbled around for a
Fumble.
bit getting drunk.
and then fumbled through the station.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most notable point was the whole getting drunk bit.
Mm.
Yeah. Episode 2. That's a terrible name.
Episode 3.
No.
Yeah, that's
That or we
worse.
call it Shot in the Dark. Or Shots in the Dark.
One of my plans was to actually just turn off the lights in that room so that you guys had an advantage of fighting in melee with guys with guns, but that didn't work.
Wait. Trouble Brewing.
Oh yes,
Perfect.
That's
I
good.
love it.
That's it.
Yeah, go with that one.
Okay, I will use that. You guys can update your character sheets with that. So you all now
I
have
will.
2 episodes.
Cool.
Amazing.
Thank you very much, Captain Satomi.
Thank you.
Not
We
a
will-
problem. Thanks for having me on.
We will likely possibly have you back as a recurring guest star. At some point, the Musashi will actually be fixed, and then you can just show up and rescue them in the nick of time.
Not if Vernon gets near it.
Yeah.
Although, if you want the ship to stay fixed, you might want to stay far away.
Yeah, stay clear of
Yeah.
us.
Might
Yeah,
move to a
I-
different starbase.
Oh, it
Yeah.
costs 2 episodes to unlock a new.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, I definitely want the one where NPCs start recognizing me.
Hmm.
Which why I didn't get that one to start with, I have no idea.
But yes, the next episode of this is scheduled for the 29th of October. It should actually be in the calendar already. I'm that organised.
Hooray. Hey,
Ooh.
nice.
So, yes, thank
Same
you all
time?
for watching, and it'll be the same time. And
Mm-hmm.
I think I know where we're going with the plot for this now.
All right.
I'm going to have fun.
Excellent.
I'm
Yeah,
glad, I'm
thanks.
glad.
That was good.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, well, long ways. I mean, we have to try and organize everybody.
Yep.
And it'd be nice to get Raniko in an episode at some point.
Yeah, that'd be
Well,
great.
hopefully we'll get Raniko next time.
It's just like
We'll get there.
He's
episode
ostensibly out.
1, the captain dies.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get another captain.
Well, I mean, you
Yeah.
you survived this one, so
Barely. I think I probably, if I'd have been left there, might have drunk myself to death.
yeah.
Well, you go back to the Musashi with a terrible hangover.
Yeah.
In
No.
fact, our transporter actually beams you back with a terrible hangover anyway. That's just the thing.
Oh
that
right,
happens.
yeah. I didn't drink that much. It's just a transport. Right, I get you.
I mean, I've been using the Romulan ale we stole as cooling fluid, so that's probably why.
The counselor did give you a sobering up pill.
Oh god.
Seems like a small pouch of them.
Oh Jesus. Here, just take one of these pills. Nothing will go wrong.
I did not get them from anyone on this ship.
Anyway, yeah.
I
Thanks for
probably
watching,
wouldn't
everyone.
trust the council. Yes, so thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you next time.
And I'll probably see people who are watching. I'll see you guys next week. Next weekend.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Happy London.
That's gone.
HatsCon 2.
Ether Boogaloo.
Etheric Boogaloo.
Etheric Boogaloo. Oh. That's too good.